multiple, sort of mid.
And we are live.
Sounds like you need to get new dice.
Hello.
Dice?
I
What?
have gotten new dice, multiple new dice, and they
Sounds
always
like you
betray me.
And then this
Who's
means
back?
just keep getting
Back
new
again.
ones. Oh, hi Zoro, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hey, we were just talking about dice.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome.
Good to see everyone.
It's good to see everyone indeed.
We're gonna have a grand old time today. I'm excited. I got a lot of fun things planned for you. So, and 3 fans pointed at me. So hopefully this heat stroke that's been slamming everybody won't be too rough on us. But yes, hi. Welcome back to some Tales of the Outer Rim, guys.
Welcome to the toaster oven.
What the heck happened to me?
Yes, so
You got kidnapped.
You got
Mibble,
got.
as you all recall, was not present at the last session, and so suffered the eternal punishment of she who misses a session, and her character was promptly kidnapped. Long story short, as a reminder for you and for everybody else who wasn't there, you guys went into town. Well, everybody else went into town while you were supposedly working on the Podraces, and when they came back, all the Ugnaughts at the junkyard had been killed, and there was no trace of Nibble.
Killed the kids.
Yeah,
Killed the kids.
everybody.
No, they can die. It's fine.
And
Oh, Jesus.
jeez.
They're
God.
ugly creatures. This is fine.
this is what happens when Zoro makes a dark side character, guys. All right, so
Jesus.
but yeah, no, jokes aside, yeah, and I remember also, and well, I mean, yes, but we all remember, Azrind, your character had a fun little encounter with a certain hut lord while you were out shopping,
Yeah.
which thankfully didn't, end with everybody dying, so we'll take that.
That's a W in its own right.
Fucker can use the force.
Just a little bit.
And yeah, we figured out that this hut was a mutated oddity because not only was he fairly bulky and muscly for his species instead of being just a lump of fat, he's actually capable of moving around decently fast. And he's able to use the force, which to Azrin and to a lot of us was a bit of a surprise. But yes, he bumped into Wadu the Hut, had a little bit of fun with that. The group had reconvened, realized that Mibble had been kidnapped, and long story short, 2 things were about to happen. On Lee, your character sent out a message to your mom, I believe, to Kata, right? If I remember correctly.
She's AFK for a second.
Right. And aside from that, I believe that Orta, you had Nixie look throughout the town, right, as well?
Yeah, but it didn't turn anything up.
And finally, yeah, I think that was basically it. Everybody was basically in panic mode, going, where the heck is Mibble? Which, unfortunately, also may or may not have dashed your hopes of participating into the pod racer tournament, but we'll see what happens depending on what you guys do in the future. But yeah, this is more or less where we're at right now. As the 3 of you minus Mibble are grouped up at the junkyard and trying to figure out what is your next move. So let's start from there.
Well, we need to find Mibble, free Mibble, and get Mibble to take those collars off because I'm not cleaning up that mess.
I'd prefer to keep my head, yes.
Maybe Mibble can figure out how to access the deactivation device.
Mm-hmm.
That we need to get to where Mibble might be now. and I'm guessing the ship can help us with that, or the hut is going to the ship. One of the two, since he seems very fixated on having it.
Right.
So
That is
let's
the
get-
million-dollar question. So which way are we headed?
I say
Seems-
we start heading towards the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys head back towards the ship that's been, the antique ship that's been buried in the sand here. And it takes you a little while, right? As we had talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you guys get there, it probably takes a little half hour here or something. For you guys to get back close to town, and remember the ship was probably a couple of hours away from town, right? If memory serves, or at least an hour from town. So
It was the
probably-
funky pit. It was the
Mhm.
funky pit deal, right? Like it was the first place, one of the first places we. Sort of
yeah, the
explored
one
around
that
here.
they locked up, that Only's mom tried to seal up, and that you guys thought was a base at first, but turns out it was a ship that was buried in the sand. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That. It's also where you guys, eventually fought that giant robot with the activation consoles you had to destroy before, it turned the floor into electricity and all that stuff.
And we died. Yeah.
Remember
Not
that?
dying. Yes.
So, that being said, as you guys eventually make it back to the ship, you notice that the airlock door is closed.
Hmm.
But thankfully, it still does not seem to have been activated. There's no thrusters firing or anything like that. It's still half submerged in the sand, so we're good.
Hey ship, it's us, the captain's crew. Can you let us in?
Affirmative. And when you say that, the door opens.
Oh, that's handy.
I mean, it's sentient, right? Or at least had some sort of, better than average AI.
Right.
Yep. And it seems like, there's no issue with you guys entering the ship.
Does the doors close behind us when we enter?
It does, but it doesn't. It's just the natural, opening and
Okay.
closing of the thing behind you. It's not like
Gotcha.
there's no like locking of the airlocks or blast doors coming down.
Gotcha. Ship, is the captain on board? Hello?
When you ask that, the shipboarded AI simply says negative.
Alright,
Can you locate
Uh,
the captain, perchance?
yeah. That.
How does Orta speak to the computer?
I'll relay it to
Oh yeah. I
Kodav if that's an issue.
asked
Hence,
him, like,
hence why there was no answer.
yeah,
You
I
can't
go-
brain talk to a machine.
I know, that's right. I mean, it takes me a second. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's telepathy. The ship can't hear him. I'm like, can you possibly locate the captain on this dusty shit of a planet?
Negative. The signal was lost somewhere in the main city of Anchorage. I can update the last known location to your datapad if you wish.
Yes, please do.
All right, they ping you a location in the middle of the city.
Right. So I know that Orta and Only have been here before, but Gilly's AFK. But I'll ask Orta, like, do you know where that is?
I look to see if I know where that is.
Off the top of your head, it doesn't seem to be a location per se. It actually just seems to be an alleyway somewhere in town.
Seems
As far
to
as
just
the
be
map tells
random.
you, anyway.
Seems to just be a random alleyway. That doesn't feel right, though.
Alrighty. I guess check on Nixie and I gotta forget what Only's mom's name is. But check on Nixie and Omni's mom and just basically see if they're okay, make sure they have the ship locked down, and then head back out.
Seems sound to me. I'll head down to check in with Nixie and Only's mom.
Okay. When you head to the generator room, you see that Nixie's made herself at home. There's the good old webbing that's a little bit everywhere, and thankfully, you know, her size being a bit smaller now, she's not occupying as much of the place, but she's still, you know, very much coiled around the reactor core, just enjoying the radiation bath, apparently. When you come in, she looks up at you and she goes, "Yes, did we need something?"
We were just checking in, making sure that we were safe and the nest was safe, as well as Only's mom.
So, yeah, Kata. When you say that, she kind of, you hear a mental chuckle in the hive mind as she goes, "We are silly. Of course we would have known if something was bothering us."
That is true. We don't need to necessarily check in.
But we appreciate
We
our
all
concern. I hate speaking in hive mind. Why you make me do this? All right.
We
You know what?
speaking
Play
in
some
hive
Swoter.
mind.
You're right.
Play some Swoter, Romance Vector,
Yeah.
and it'll come amazingly.
Well, this is why I'm so good at it. Victor was one of my top choices for my female operative. But yes, moving on.
Clearly not, because you mispronounced his name. Moving on.
Vector?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Vector.
Vector?
You said Victor. There's an E, not an
No,
I.
I said Vector with an E,
God, I can't
not
believe you just got
Victor with an
vectored.
I. Jesus.
Damn. You just got lore slapped.
I
Damn.
pronounced it properly.
I'm back,
Roll the VOD.
baby!
Roll the VOD, damn it, I pronounced it properly. I said Vector.
See, I'm
Roll back
actually
and play the
strong in
tape.
this one.
Right?
Dude, I think I have. I think
not bad
I have,
for half an hour. Oh, sorry,
I
go ahead.
have the least lore knowledge. I'm just here for the ride and the lightsabers.
You're fine. I'm just
No,
laughing
no,
because
same.
not even half an hour in, already screaming over the GM. Love it. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. I am having fun. You can worry about it. It was funny. God damn it, the other
I guess we'll like maybe have like a time jump back if Only wants to talk to her mom, but I say we start heading towards this alley and crack some skulls.
Absolutely. Okay. So, I'm assuming everybody's on board with this. You were asking about Kata, and sorry, just real quick to wrap this up. Nixie does answer and go, "Yes, actually, we are aware that Only's matriarch is safe and healthy. She has been mostly keeping to her quarters."
Fair enough. Make sure we keep the. Just make sure that we stay safe on the ship.
"Oh, we will not be going anywhere. We have recently found a new way to sustain ourselves. It does not require us to go out to hunt." And you just feel, you just feel her hunger, just like
consequence.
you just feel her hunger, just like subside a little bit, you know, as she's no longer as hungry all of a sudden.
Yep.
I'm so glad I can't hear any of that conversation. So glad.
Nobody could hear this conversation. It's
Somewhere
great.
in the universe, a puppy dies. All right, so,
But it's beneficial in some way. Comedy.
Yep. When you make wishes, we love wishes. Okay.
I don't love wishes. They make me
No.
sad and
Yeah,
tired.
right. Okay, so sillinesses aside, you do all meet up, I'm assuming, and head to town, correct? Or does anybody else have anything they want to do before we head out?
Nope.
The only
Time-
other one
Time is of the essence. You know, TikTok.
time is of the essence, and the only other one that can properly do something right now is AFK. So
Okay.
Yeah, she's been gone for a bit. The kiddo must be fighting her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, everybody heads out. Oh, what's up? But yeah, so everybody does head out.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, for now, you guys will head to town. It's quite possible, depending on what Camera does when she comes back, that, you know, we potentially just fill in what she may or may not have done, considering she's a little bit AFK right now. But yeah, that being said, for now, just to keep the ball rolling, you guys head out to town.
Right.
And once you get to that alleyway, right? First of all, thankfully, your trip there is safe. The dice have been in a good mood. You get to that alleyway. What do you guys do?
Let me check.
Like, you're on the main
my-
street. Alleyway's right there. One building on each side, obviously. This is where the location pinged you guys. You can see that there's a couple of garbage containers in there. You know, you can see a foot sticking out from between two of the containers. Maybe a local hobo that's just sitting there. Maybe a Jawa, who knows. But yeah, what do you guys do?
I'm going to use Sense Force.
Okay.
Just let's see, duration, Sense of Force, presence within 30 feet.
Okay.
Just to see if there's anyone force sensitive. I'm not going to do force potency. I just want to use the basic first level.
Okay.
And just see if there's like, because if the hut is force sensitive, and I know for a fact that the barkeep is force sensitive, like they're probably hidden Jedi or Sith or other force sensitive beings. I just want to know if in the immediate vicinity, if there's anyone I
Yep.
need to worry about that's, you know, a force user.
Okay. So go ahead then.
I just gotta spend the points. There's no roll
Yep.
unless I guess
Perfect.
I don't think it's opposing.
No,
If I
no.
sense force
That's
this
perfectly
way-
good then. Yep. So you do exactly that and feel the alleyway out and the immediate vicinity in the street. And funny enough, no, it's just the faint glow of living beings, you know what I'm saying? But no strong ping of a strong force sensitive user. Interestingly, the being that is currently conked out between the two trash cans, you can't really see, like I said, because of the angle, right? They're sideways in the alleyway, or the foot sticking out or whatever. There's no glow on that one of the force.
Okay. I now that I know that there's no force users around, can I check on that person's condition and see if they're in need of any medical assistance or if they're just like, you know, someone who's just passed out in an alley?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right, medicine check. 16 plus 8, that is 24.
Okay. You walk up to the person that's passed, slunged between the two trash bins, and you realize that there doesn't seem to be anything that looks physically wrong with them. But they're slumped there, eyes open, clearly awake, actually, funny enough. And they're just sitting there looking into the void. Like, just staring, unblinking in front of them, slumped between the two cans. The two trash containers.
With the 24, can I tell if this is some sort of drug-induced status?
From what you can tell, it does not look like it. You're not seeing any of the other telltale signs. Their skin is not like, on their bones. They don't have a bunch of lines across their faces. Their eyes their pupils are not dilated. You don't see any of like the traditional like sores or burn marks or needle marks or anything, or hypospray, or markings that you would see on somebody that's been getting hopped up on substances or anything. They look like a completely normal person.
I look at Horta and I just basically just communicate to him. Can you tell if his mind is active? I don't know if he's actually conscious.
I'll approach and see if I can figure something out there. I'm not sure how else to say that.
Okay, so I'm assuming that means you're trying to mentally talk to them?
Yes.
See if they'll respond. Okay, so what do you say?
Are you okay?
When you say that, they kind of just look up to you, still looking like completely dead inside.
Mm-hmm.
And they just say, no.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
What happened that made this? What happened before you were like this?
I don't know. I was actually quite a happy person. I was at the bar, having fun with my friends. Everything was great. And all of a sudden, I felt so empty inside. Like there was nothing fun in the world for me anymore. Or like,
oh god, I know what happened.
I don't know. Like some part of me just died.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. There's no point anymore, man.
Could I channel the force and sort of try to put some of my force energy into him, for lack of a better term?
That's a very unusual request. Give me 1 minute to check something here and I'll tell you, okay?
Something can be taken. It can be given. In theory.
It's not that, it's... I believe there might be something for that. That's why I'm checking, because there might actually be an actual, like, power for that, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Tell you what, you don't know if this is possible. If, you were some, like, old Jedi consular master, that has been doing this for 20,000 years, maybe. But as a fresh apprentice, you don't even know if this is possible.
Right.
So, we're going to do a couple of rolls here, and we're going to see if your character ends up figuring something out to make this happen or not.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I'm gonna need one thing first before all of that. I
Yeah.
need you to give me a... I'll tell you this in a second here. N. There we go. I need you to give me a lore roll, please.
Lore. 4. The roll was a 4. I wasn't saying lore again.
Oh! I heard lore a second time. Okay, so that was
No,
a
I
4.
said it over 4.
Sorry. That's funny.
I had to clarify. I assume that's what the silence was about.
Good thing you were. I was like, yeah, it's like lore. Okay, lore. He'll figure out what his lore score is eventually. Nope, 4 was the score. Okay. All right, so that's what the 4 is. Then I need you to roll me a wisdom roll, please.
Just straight wisdom?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Okay. 17.
Okay. Better than a 4.
Vastly.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay. And now I need you to give me a spellcasting roll, please.
It's like spell attack or...
Yep, whatever your plus for spellcasting is.
Okay. $21.
Okay. So. Okay. You do not remember, or perhaps you've never read it, even in all your years, working in the library, or the archives, should I say. You don't really remember ever reading about infusing something with the Force.
Mhm.
However, having had to heal all sorts of types of injuries and wounds throughout your journey so far, that having survived all sorts of horrors that, most people would have balked at, to say the very least, you do extend your perception into the Force, and this person isn't just empty of the Force. It almost feels like it's, I don't want to say a wound in the Force, but it feels like
Might have been eaten up. Who knows?
no, it's just like if you see a gray tapestry, there's a hole in the middle where there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a color. It's not anything. It's almost like a hole cut out in the shape of that person, if that makes sense in the Force.
Right.
And you just mentally extend your perception into the Force and just feel that energy that's all around you, right? That's all encompassing, as per, the description of the Force that we've had in the movies and everywhere else. And simply guide it, ask it if there's a way to just share a little bit of that energy that's everywhere around to mend that wound, right? To close that gap that you can currently feel in the Force. And it does feel like it's working.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see that gap close, and while that person doesn't immediately take on back the blue or red or yellowish colors that you can see usually through the Force when you're looking at something through Force sight, you still feel like something is happening, and a little bit of color comes back to the person's cheeks. They look a little less drained, if that makes sense, a little less zombie here, as they kind of look up, and then at the 2 trash cans, and then cock their head to the side, and they say, why the heck would I be doing this anyway? This is ridiculous. He kind of gets up, he says, somebody must have slipped something into my drink. This makes no sense. He looks up at you, and he says, well, thanks for getting me out of my funk. I'm gonna go back to that cantina and have a drink now.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
here's hoping. As he kind of waves at you and walks away. So, you unfortunately, this does not exist in this system. It does exist in some of the video games and whatnot, but not in this current system. But you have gained a power. I'm just gonna double check the name to make sure it's not piggybacking on another character or another class's powers and names here. Just give me 1 second to make sure.
No problem.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you will learn a power called Force Restore. And what it does is it will allow you to transfer back X plus 5. Sorry, no. My bad. It'll cost you X plus 5 force points and allow you to transfer X force points to another character.
Oh. That makes sense.
Because it does take a little bit of yours to transfer it to someone else.
Yeah. It's paying the
But-
shipping cost.
Yeah, basically, you're paying for shipping and handling. So, yeah. That being said, and that having happened, yeah, that person just kind of gets up, stretches like they just woke up from a long bad dream. You know what I'm saying? You can see that there's light in their eyes again as they kind of look at each of you, and says, "Well, yeah, thanks for getting me out of my slump, man. I'll make sure to pass that along next time I see somebody who's in a slump. I'll try to, cheer them up like you guys did for me. Thanks." And if ever you do see me at the cantina, I'll pay you for it. I'll buy you a drink. That's for sure, man.
I don't worry about that. Just glad to have been able to help you.
Yeah, right. The no mouth thing. That was probably a bit insensitive on my end. I'm really sorry, man.
I can use straws, it's fine.
Oh, well, then, yeah, if ever you show up, yeah, man, drinks. All right, I gotta go. Sorry, guys. Bye.
Bye.
And on that note, he just, complete personality shift and just walks off.
There we go.
We'll thank Orta.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not sure what you did, but I definitely want to write a paper on that when we have some time and we're not being threatened by huts and crazy people with bombs on their necks.
Indeed. I will help in any way that I can with your paper.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're going down the alley.
Yeah, just trying to spot it. Ah, shoot. Before he gets away, I would want to ask him, did you see anybody pass through here perchance? Other than us?
He kind of turns around and says, "Nope, didn't notice a thing, man." But then again, I wasn't exactly paying attention, you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Just thought I'd ask. I appreciate the
Nah,
answer.
you're good, man. Yeah, keep it real, boys. Have a good one, huh? Don't let Tatooine bring you down. Screw the sand.
Fair enough.
That's the first sane thing I think I've heard on this planet all.
It's funny when you do good to people what it does, eh, guys?
I try very hard.
Okay, I'm keeping a track of the dark side and light side balance of everything you guys have been doing all campaign. I'm just keeping it, on my side of things. But, yep.
Yep. Being nice is nice.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it
Sometimes
backfires.
it goes a little. Yeah. Sometimes good intentions go bad. It's fine. That's
You
life.
have to know what to do and when to do it.
I mean, it's the doctor and me, It's like,
Exactly. All right. So what do you guys do next?
head down the island, find our bunny friend, because
Okay. So you go down the alleyway, right?
Him getting kidnapped.
Hmm. So you go down the alley, right? And you kind of look around, and you don't really see anything. If you guys want to investigate a little bit more, I mean, you can give me that good old investigation roll.
Oh God, do I
I'll
even
give the
have a
guidance.
decent-
I will give a guidance on the investigation roll.
There you go.
God.
You get a cheerleader, someone.
Yeah.
Is your intelligence higher than +0?
No.
All right, I'll take.
He is wise. He is not smart.
Yes.
I'll take your +6. I'm the same way, sir.
This is a strong term. He has
I'm the
wisdom
smart one.
technically.
Yeah, when the smart person is not present right now. Shit.
The smart person was kidnapped. You'll get an
Right.
extra D6, I think, from guidance at this point.
I believe so, unless it ups to
Yes.
8 when you guys leveled, but otherwise, yes.
24. So
Are-
with my +0 and the +6 is a 24.
Okay, good enough.
Hooray.
You look around the alleyway, and after a while of not finding anything, you realize you've probably gone like way too far down that tiny street. So you come back and look around, and it kind of jumps to your face after a while. You realize, oh, wait a minute, right? There's only like one thing that's kind of sticking out of that alleyway, and it's those 2 trash containers, those two dumpsters.
Oh
Right.
God! I guess we're going to dumpster that. I guess can the
Secret
can
dumpster
the,
tunnel?
can the dumpsters be moved?
Moved as in, can you open them, or can you like carry them and move them around?
No, I mean, like, you know how like dumpsters here in the States are, like, you know, you can push them because they have wheels on the bottom.
Oh, no, those are pretty much like just dead in the sand. But I mean, you could probably use the force or something to try to move them around if you really wanted to. But chances are, if you're asking if somebody else moved them, probably not, unless they're
Okay.
force powered.
I'm gonna open one up and look inside and see if there's like a, you know, a door or something, or possibly.
Okay. You open the first one. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay.
Since we're next to each other, you'll get a +3 to the saving throw.
Okay.
Due
Well,
to my
that's
aura.
that's a nat 20. So that is +1, 21, 24 again. But it's a.
I guess I need to make a Constitution saving throw too.
Yes.
Thinking about
Since if you guys are next to each other, I will ask for you to do so as well.
26 for me.
So thankfully, Orta, I guess your lack of mouth means you can't taste it.
I have a rebreather on. I have a mouth. Kind of
Look,
an important feature for most living things to have.
Right. Okay. I'll stop messing with you. Okay. Yeah. Thankfully, you're built tough, and I mean, of course, in your case,
Kodev is like, I smelled
Kodev-
worse than med. Kodev is like, I
Kodev,
smelled
yeah,
worse
the
than
doctor,
med.
you smelled
I
dead.
smelled worse
Yeah.
than dead in med school.
Yep, you smell dead bodies with formaldehyde. You don't care. So you open this, and it smells like a bunch of dead bodies, but it's not. You guys don't immediately bend over puking, or have to hold on to each other for dear life here. But yeah, that's exactly what you find when you open that up. There's a bunch of dead bodies in there.
Okay. I guess check the other one, just because
Yep.
I'd rather not start digging through dead bodies just yet.
Yep.
A new con save, or are we still good?
No, this one you open up, and thankfully this one, weirdly enough, doesn't smell nearly as bad, and all you see inside is just a bunch of random gear.
Random.
And you realize this is probably all the stuff that belongs to the people who were either killed or kidnapped, and they were probably dumped in here.
Oh, I'm checking my comm device, and I'm checking to see if anything in this dumpster is registering as belonging to Mibble.
Okay, Mibble,
Yes.
I need you to do me a couple of rolls.
All right.
I need you to give me 2. One obviously is going to be your favorite. We're gonna be asking for that good old what's it called there?
Tech.
Tech roll. And I'm also going to need you to give me a stealth roll, please.
Tech and stealth. Okay. Okay, so let's see. My tech roll is gonna be a 26.
Okay.
Stealth is gonna be an 18.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. You ping Kodav, you ping Mibble's
Data
communicator unit. You try to call her communicator unit. And you hear a
is.
Oh, did I say hers? Sorry. 'Cause, I was thinking about Kitdra the player and not Mibble the character
Yep.
for a second. I crossed the wires there. But yes, as I was saying, you ping Mibble's communicator and you actually hear his ringtone somewhere in the bin.
I checked the bin.
Okay. You do find it. It is ringing.
Oh, but there's no Mibble attached.
Correct.
Oh, that sucks. All right. Is it just the one comm device that pings?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're calling her comm, that does yes. It is
Is.
what I'm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say
All
hers?
right. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab it, and hopefully there's a Mibble attached.
No. Again, you grab the comm unit. It's empty. There is no Mibble attached. He is not there.
All right. All right. I'm going to see if I can activate Mibble's comm device.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope Mibble is like tech junky enough to like have himself lowjacked, and his
So-
communicator can track himself.
So here's the funny thing, right? When you look at it, you realize it was ringing, right? Because you were calling it. If you stop the, calling it, it keeps ringing.
Nani? I do not have the sufficient technical skills to know what this means.
So do you pick up? Do you hang up? You
I pick-
you throw it on the ground and jump on it?
I pick up. I'm like, if it's I answer it.
Yep. And when you answer it, instead of a voice, right? You see a small, like, almost like hollow display thing appear, right? Like a little square. And on it is a very short message.
Hopefully in a language I can understand.
Yes, it is written in a language you can understand. And it basically says the following. And Mibble, I'm sorry, I don't usually make your characters act for you, but this is me just wrapping up the tracking part of it, just to give them the info here. But it basically says the following. Caught by Boadu and his goons. Held as insurance policy. Ditch the codes. And then it looks like you were about to write a fourth sentence, and it cut off.
All right. Do you have any idea how fortified this hut's stronghold is?
No, and in fact, you don't even know where his stronghold is. That's one of the problems.
I don't know. That we don't know where it is.
Mm. This is the player. This is the player talking, not the character. Are any of the I'm my brain is remembering, possibly misremembering, that some of the Jawas were bugified by Nixie?
They used to be, yes.
They used, but they're not bugified anymore.
It's hard to tell. She cut the hive mind off when she mutated, remember? So people now were temporarily freed. Whether she's reasserted control over some of them or not is a complete question mark.
Okay. I wonder if the Jawas know where Guadu's headquarters is.
That is a good question.
Would you guys like to roll me an investigation and investigate around town to see if somebody knows something?
Oh, God.
Yes, I will
Think
gladly
we-
give guidance on an investigation check.
What?
Maybe before we go start
before
asking
we-
random
Oh,
people.
welcome back.
Yeah,
Oh, welcome back.
Thanks.
yeah.
Before we go start asking random people in the street who could get back to this guy, why don't we ask the person staying on our shit right fucking free and see if she knows where she's lived here for long enough. She should know where he is, right? This might be worth a try.
We were just there, and it's an hour that way, and TikTok.
So you're saying we can't calm into the ship and talk to her?
You can try that if she'll respond. Nixie said she was in her room, and we didn't bother her. We thought you did.
Yeah, sorry about that. This is we kept going because you had to go. But yes, long story short, we did say that when you'd come back, we could ask you what you wanted to do within the ship real quick before everybody went looking for Mibble at the location that was pinged. So what would you have done on the ship? Mind you, this is before anybody knew that, it was Wadu who took Mibble.
Oh, we knew Guado took Mibble. We just thought he took her to the ship to get the ship.
Wadu, yeah.
Exactly. The bounty hunters that he hired took Mibble.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you have talked about with your mom then, fondly?
She would have at least attempted to try and get locations of common hangouts for either of these bounty hunters so that we could use them to get back to Guadu, or where where we would possibly find someone who's... You've been around long enough, if someone was kidnapped, where would they have taken them?
Okay. So yeah, your mom is in her room basically doing the Jedi equivalent of meditating and pretending like the world's problems don't exist. Do you knock on the door? Do you just walk in? What do you do?
She'd knock, but she'll start with knock. She'll start with knocking.
Yeah, you knock like half of a knock. You don't even have time to really pull your hand back that the door opens. Hello, daughter.
She'll kind of grimace, but one of the others has been kidnapped. I need possible locations. The bounty hunters took her. The ones that have been after us.
Oh, right. You mean the two lizards that have been bothering you, yes?
Yes.
Yes, I had a run-in with them. Well, we both had a run-in with them. You remember how unpleasant that was.
Yeah.
The good news is, if they were after a high-profile target, there's only a few people who would have had the kind of money to pay for it here, and, well, we both know that a certain slimy ball of... Well, I would have liked to say ball of grease, but he's unnaturally muscled for a hut. But, yes, we both know that Wadu's probably at the top of the list of those who come, who paid for that abduction.
Very, very likely.
Okay. And so you want to know where he is?
Where might we find him? Does he have normal places he does dealings?
No, he comes and goes as he wants, unfortunately. Unlike most huts, he doesn't throw a parade or a whole procession every time he goes somewhere, unfortunately, so it's made him particularly hard to track and follow. What's worse is I don't even know where he hides out. Unlike most huts who seem to enjoy having a massive palace and making themselves easy targets for assassins and a display of power, he seems to simply appear wherever he is most needed or wherever he wants to conduct business. He's a bit of a problem, as you can imagine. However...
We've noticed.
Oh, yes, and while I don't know where he is right now, I can tell you where he's going to be.
Soon?
A day from now, exactly.
It's a day from now when the races are.
Correct.
So I'm betting you're talking about the races?
Indeed.
That's the problem. We need to go back before the race. Mibble has to do the race.
Well, I can't help you much more than that, if only for the fact that... How do I put this? It's the only place I can guarantee you he's going to be. It's presiding over that race.
Fine. At least that's something if all else fails.
She looks at you and she says, I'm sorry about your friend, daughter, but this is all I have. So, fast forward, you guys go to that alleyway, you look around, you find the communicator for Mibble, you saw what was written on it that I mentioned a little bit earlier, and we are now back to the center of town. Sorry for the little timey-wimey back and forth here, but, you know, kids are kids. But that being said, at this point, yeah, we're back. So you guys are in town. You know Boadu at the very least will be presiding over the pod racer race tomorrow. You don't know where he is right now. What do you guys wish to do?
Do we know if the collar bombs are going to go off before the race tomorrow, or is it going to be sometime after the race? Because the pertinent issue is that we don't have anyone to reset the timer on the collars.
We did find the reset thing for that last episode.
We did, but we couldn't operate it. We
I
tried.
thought we got orders off.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we had gotten orders off.
Did
we had gotten orders
Yes.
off, and we were able to reset the timer for Mibble.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
We had done enough times that we knew how to do it.
Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is a brain.
We all had dead brain at the end of that stream. I went back and watched it. I could see it all.
Yeah. It was a little toasty in my skull at that time.
All right. So I guess we have. I mean, is the racer ready? Do we even know? I mean,
Racer
any-
didn't seem finished. Didn't run when you guys tried it.
yeah, but I mean, I'm not a pilot, so I don't know how.
None of us are pilots, so I don't know how the finished racer even was going to help us.
All right, can we go to the cantina?
Unless we hire ourselves a new pilot.
Well, I'm gonna see if we have access to one, and ask a friend. I guess we head back to the cantina, and I'm gonna speak to my bartender friend.
Okay.
I am basically gonna just like order a drink, pound it.
Yep.
And just I'm gonna put the coinage on the table, and I'm gonna just be like, you don't happen to know a pod racer looking for a job, do you?
Pod racer looking for a job. That's a very broad question. Can you explain what you mean by that?
We have to be in the pod race tomorrow, but due to circumstances beyond our control, our pilot was filched. So we have maybe a functioning pod racer, but we don't have a pilot.
He looks at you, raises his eyebrows, and shakes his head. He goes, man, it's the eve of the classic, man. All the good pilots are already registered in tomorrow's thing. That's like trying to get tickets to a show the day before, man. It's just no. Nobody good anyway. Nobody I'd recommend. Sorry, Jedi friend.
I'm not even going to correct them anymore. It's just, or do you know anyone who can just tell us if the racer we have is functional?
He looks at
way-
you and looks sad and says, I'm sorry, but I'm no mechanic either, but
By the way, did you get my note of what the pod race is supposed to look like?
yes, I did. I did. I'm saving it for then if they use it. But yes, I did.
All right. He looks at Orta and he goes, can you ask Anli if her mother knows how to pilot or knows a pilot for a pod racer?
Yeah, I will relay the question to Anli. Don't suppose you know anybody who could possibly help with piloting? I imagine you would have already brought it up if it was the case, but worth asking again.
No. Oh, wasn't the entire point of you guys doing the race to get those collars off? Is that kind of a mute point now?
Well, we still need to get Mibbled. I mean,
don't we have a bet on this thing too?
Yeah,
yes,
we bet.
the...
I bet 5,000 credits on us winning.
I wasn't worried about money. I thought that was another bet on this thing.
Yeah, there's a bet with the with Wadu.
You know what? Considering that he stole our pilot, I mean, we know where he's gonna be. I mean, I guess we raid the box, hold him hostage, make him give us back Nibble, and then if he doesn't, we just blow his head off.
You guys want to ask Kata if she knows someone who's a pilot? You'd be my guess, but I had my quota of asking her questions today.
I mean, I'll ask her, but I mean, we can't do anything until the race tomorrow, and we don't even know if the pod racer operates. I don't even know how to get it started.
I'll turn to the barkeep and be like, is there perchance anybody here in this establishment that could be a pilot? Not necessarily even a great one, but anybody who could possibly be looking for work in some capacity?
They look around, shrug, and say, well, only one way to find out. They'll make a sign to the band to stop playing for a sec.
God.
And they'll just yell over all the patrons and go, anybody here a pilot? Anybody want to run in the race tomorrow?
This is what I was trying to avoid.
I stand up. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, if that's how we get introduced to your character.
No.
No.
It's just like,
No.
no.
Yeah, if you got piloting skills, fuck, we'll take you.
Yeah.
What?
And after a few seconds of silence, we're like, well, thank you for checking. We'll be on our way.
Yeah.
He nods and he shrugs. Sorry, I could not help, Jedi friend.
You were plenty of help. We appreciate you.
Alrighty,
No.
I thank him, and I guess we just head back to. I guess we head back to the ship. I will knock on Kata's door and ask her if she possibly knows a pilot, or if she knows, or if she is a pilot, or at least can tell if our pod racer actually runs.
You guys can tell it's running. I don't mind piloting it. I might not be good if we're not looking for good. See a worm body.
Okay. You guys head back to the junkyard, right? Probably with Kata here, if you decide to have Kata come along. If not, you guys just check it out yourself. You head back to the junkyard to check out the pod racer, only to realize the pod racer is gone.
Motherfucker.
Series of unfortunate events.
Okay.
All right, we just killed the fucker.
Well,
We might
You
be
have a
too
plan?
trusting for this
do you
planet.
have a plan?
I am going to bury my lightsabers into his muscly fucking neck and decapitate him.
I love that we have to use that adjective for a hut of all things. It's like, no. The last thing I would call a hut, but sure.
If you want to, this guy moves around without anyone knowing where he's at. If you want to get to him, you need information. He can't show up where he's known to be. He's already going to have defenses in place. You find a way to get him en route. And for that, we need information. We can go back to that fucking shithole bar if we want, try to get information there, but I have a feeling that he has sources there. Because right after we showed up there, then all this shit went down.
Right.
I am very much inclined to just kill this fucking hut and end it and get off this fucking planet. I'm tired
Well,
of
I'm
this
all for
planet.
killing him.
I'm tired
Okay,
of the
he
two
annoys the
suns.
shit out of me.
I'm tired of saying it.
I think that's his
Tired of
main superpower.
Jawas.
Yep. Fuck Tatooine, alright?
Yeah, like I'm just gonna get a fucking tattoo, like just get a tattoo on my arm just says "fuck Tatooine" whenever I like oh, let's go to Tatooine. I look at my arm and it's like,
no.
nope.
I
It's
hate
like,
the sand, I hate the sun, and it gets everywhere. Yeah, no, screw this place.
Yeah. Yep. Like if the Death Star fucking obliterated this planet, I would blink a fucking eyeball.
You'd probably be the one pushing the button.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
let me hit it. Hold up.
like I'm not a bad guy, but can I hit the button just for this planet? Fuck that planet. It's
Like I ain't a bad guy, but like, is this a bad thing to do, really?
it's like I suspect the universe as a whole would be better with Tatooine gone.
Just because you are a bad guy does not make you bad guy.
Exactly.
Okay,
But
so jokes aside, back to it. My question is then, do you guys want to look around? You know where the race is going to happen, so you know where he's probably going to be.
I know, but I don't know.
Tomorrow.
I know, but we have Mibble signed up as the driver for the fucking pod racer. Like,
we can
wait,
change
where?
the driver pod racer, but we need a pod racer. Pod racer's gone. At this point,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think we're
We-
racing.
We can't really race at this point. Yeah.
That being said, we automatically failed the bet, and I don't remember. I think you
I
bet
believe the bet was we get to
codes?
leave safely.
He gets the codes
if
that
we
don't
win.
work. I'm just gonna smash the pad into pieces because he's probably not gonna honor his bet and probably kill Mibble if Mibble isn't dead already.
we need information.
Hmm.
We're severely lacking in information. We
I'm-
keep running
I-
around blind, and this fucking shit keeps happening to us.
Does Taka know a demolition expert?
Does Kata know a
Kata?
demolition expert?
Yeah.
No, but she can maybe find it for you.
Can you find us someone who can give us information on this guy?
Yeah,
Anything.
we need a source before we can think about how we're going to fight him.
Or how we're going to get Mibble back, or how we're going to deal with any of this shit. Unless that pretty shiny new shit that we have you want him to take.
So
Although it comes pre-infested, because I don't think you're getting Nixie off of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lightly infested.
Lightly infested.
Flying is definitely a 3 raid can job.
So, when you say that, right? You kind of ask her if she knows a demolition expert or somebody who knows their way in a fight, you know, that's been around Wadu and everything. She's going to kind of shrug and say, that's the problem with him too. Most of the time, he's just hiring people to do the job. I don't think anybody knows where he lives.
I don't need to know where he lives. I need someone who knows how to...
Just blow things up.
Know how to reach him. We need information on him.
He knows the way
Again.
around that social network of people he's hiring.
He just calls them.
Yeah,
How does he find them? He
got
can't know
money.
everyone here. He has to have a network.
Yeah, he's got money and patsies.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, he probably had somebody. You know what? That's a good question, actually. Huh. I mean, I do know, and I've heard this in passing. I have never had any formal proofs of it, but I do know he's had dealings with the Exchange. Yes, the criminal organization, the Exchange. Being a bit of a freak of nature for a Hutt has not endeared him with the Hutt cartels, so he's probably had to get his fix of weapons, smuggling, drugs, and whatever other horrible things Hutts tend to get into through another criminal organization. The only one that's strong enough to hold a candle to the cartels would probably be the Exchange.
Oh god, getting in deeper with ne'er-do-wells. Who's our contact again at the Jedi Council?
Garm.
Garn. I'm like, I just say out loud is like Garn is gonna have to pay us.
Garm with an M, but yes.
Garm's gonna have to pay us shit tons of extra credits for this fucking job. I swear.
Starting to sound like fucking Mibble.
Mibble's been driving off on everyone.
Look,
You don't have to
you
worry.
have a
until I
contact
start
with this exchange?
price
Someone
drinking
with
coffee by
trustworthy?
the gallon.
Do you have someone you can contact? Someone at least decently trustworthy that's not going to immediately stab us in the back?
At least someone we can pay to be loyal for the time being.
Not that we have enough credits to really buy loyalty, but we could try.
Yeah, when you say that and not a lot of credits to buy the loyalty and stuff, she kind of looks at you guys and she says, I mean, here's the problem, right? If he's been a customer of theirs, unless you can prove yourselves to be more valuable, I'd be very surprised if they were willing to sell out one of their own.
How about someone with a grudge? We can't be the only ones he's pissed off.
Oh, half the planet has a grudge against him.
Good. Can you point us in the direction of someone with a grudge who can help?
I can point you in the direction of plenty of people with a grudge. First among them myself. The problem is, again, most people don't know where he is. It's a bit of a, how do you say this?
Okay.
Closed circle when it comes to people who know anything about him.
If we can't find him, we have to win this goddamn pod race to get back at him. So do you have anyone who can help us with that? Who has a grudge? We might have an old pod laying around somewhere that we can force to fucking work.
She says, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can find something, but no guarantees any of it's going to work well. And yeah, I mean, there's that. The other option, like I said, is we just set a trap for him. We know where he's going to be tomorrow.
What time of
Your
day
pick.
is it?
Both option works.
What time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon.
All right.
I feel like we maybe divide and conquer, low column A, low column B, so we have a backup plan. Set the trap, and if that doesn't work, then we at least have something to enter into the race.
Is Orta's explosive collar still around here?
I mean, if you guys just dumped it on the floor, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab the collar and the detonator button.
Okay.
I'm not gonna activate it. I'm just grabbing it.
Okay.
I'm presuming the data pad that Mibble had with the codes is back on the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully, Mibble had the foresight to leave it behind, I would assume. Or did you take it with you, Mibble? What would you have done?
What do you mean?
Would you have taken the data pad with the ship's activation codes with you when you left, or would you have left them on the ship?
I
The
would have
old
left them
code.
on the ship.
The
Okay.
old codes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not risking this ship falling into anybody else's hands.
Right.
All right, you guys deal with that. I am going to do whatever I can do on my end. I'm heading back to the ship. I need my med bay.
Okay. So you go to the ship for your med bay. Only and Orta, what do you guys decide to do? I mean, if you want to check out the pilot and the Podraces, they do give, you know, your mom does give you an address.
we want to do a little bit of column A and column B as was said, then that seems like where we ought to go now, yes?
I mean, you went back to the ship, so I guess it's between you and me. What do you want to do? I just don't like putting my eggs in one basket.
As
So we
it's
can
been
always-
established.
Sorry, go ahead.
As it's been established, I'm a bit of a goody two-shoes in the eyes of the people on this planet. So anything we may need to do, you may need to take the lead.
I don't mind that. I just want to know what direction you want to head in. Are we laying a trap? My fear is the trap also backfiring and harming Middle.
Yes. I'd think the trap is something that we would set later on, yes? So I'd say we could get the racer situation figured out first, personally.
Okay, let's at least have an option in our back pocket. Let's head to this address.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the name? Just give us a name.
No,
It's an address. Okay, cool.
just an address.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Okay. So you get to the address, and it does look like a pod racer hangar garage type deal. Thankfully, late afternoon, there's still people that are doing the last minute checks on the pod racer for the next day, for the race tomorrow.
Are we in the race? Doesn't help us.
I feel like there was some sort of miscommunication here.
You might have, you might have to just convince them.
Do any pod racers look familiar?
No. Thankfully, this guy's probably small time. It's not one of those like superstar pod racing, elite pilots that you've seen all over the billboards across town or anything like that. This is just some probably due to.
I'm saying out of character, just as
Mhm.
Does any of them look like the one that I built?
Oh no, not at all. No, not at all.
Okay, I'll look at Orta. Do you want to talk to him first, or shall I?
Apologies, but I think it best if I leave it to you. This is not my depth, as it were.
Okay.
Anli will, I guess, approach and kind of like look over, kind of appreciatively at the pod, and be like, "Nice pod you got here. You racing it tomorrow?"
They all kind of look at you, and you can see when you say that all of the mechanics and whatnot all get tense. Some of them grab Allen keys and whatnot, and they kind of look at you suspiciously with, "Yeah, what's that to you?" As clearly there's been and this is not just to this one race in particular, but it's a bit of a tradition to the Bunta Eve Classic to have, people, how do I put this, try to sabotage each other's pod racer the night before. You actually suspect that these people would probably have been there all night regardless, keeping an eye on the pod racer.
She just gives a giant grin, and knowing her, it's probably a bit of a shitty grin. No, I was just admiring. Someone might have kidnapped our racer this morning. Might be in the market for a new one, depending on maybe we can work something out.
They kind of tilt their head to the side. And they just kind of look at you and they go, "Bit late to just sponsor a racer the day before the race, isn't it?"
Well, it's a bit late to have your racer kidnapped. Unfortunately, there's a very annoying asshole who's decided that wants to ensure he does not lose a bet. Source may have it, he's someone who you guys might not enjoy very well either.
Look, lady, all that cryptic shit, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it sucks that you got caught up in the typical pre-Boonta Eve classic, shenanigans that tend to happen every year. But if your racer got kidnapped, man, I'm really sorry, but them be the straights. Should have guarded them better. It happens all the time, every single race, every 4 years. So, you here to like put a logo on the pod racer here and have us race for you and pay us some money for that, or are you
I don't
just
mind
like?
paying you, but no, I don't got no logo. We're just more here to piss off a few huts.
Wait, did you say piss off a couple of huts?
Or at least one.
You're not gonna tell me that the person that you have an issue with is Boadu, right? The actual race's organizer.
Who doesn't have an issue with Bradu? My understanding is half this goddamn planet does.
He looks at you. Roll me a roll a persuasion here for giggles.
Cool.
I give guidance. Can I
Cool.
give guidance?
Cool.
Yes,
I give guidance.
you can cheerleader.
1d6.
Look, 26. Since it's all mental cheerleading, you can just focus it right in, right?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
He bursts out laughing and goes, "You know what? On that, you're right. Let me guess, he's been fucking around with you guys, huh?"
Yeah. He has it in his head that we took something that belonged to him, but apparently everything on this goddamn planet belongs to him.
He kind of smiles when you say that, and he says, "And did you take something that belongs to him?"
She just grins.
Oh.
Shit, I like this
I
girl more
don't-
and more.
I don't think it belongs to him anymore. It's ours now, isn't it?
And you're still alive? You got balls, girl.
I've heard that more than once.
I'm sure. Alright, you know what? Tell you what, fuck this. If it's to stick it to the hut, we might all die for this, but... you see all the, like, mechanics are looking at him like, what the fuck is this pilot on about?
Hey,
Fuck
what?
it! I'll race for you guys. Find me something to call your logo so I can slap it on my racer and we're good.
Sounds good. We'll get you something.
I mean, let me be real. Don't get your hopes up. I don't think I'm going to win this race. It's my first time, and it's a bit of a bloodbath of a race. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could have a little bit of fun.
You know what? If we can at least piss him off, it's good enough for me.
I mean, that shouldn't be too difficult. I've heard he's kind of easy to piss off.
You know?
But, of course, I never said that. Right, guys? Yeah, we heard nothing. Yeah, of course not. That's what I thought.
I heard nothing here either. Well,
Alright, get it?
we'll send them over.
Yep.
With my
This
lack
could
of a
be done.
mouth.
Yeah, this could be done out of character for the logo being sent over later, but yeah, alright, so you struck a deal with one of the racers. What else did you guys want to do on your end over here? Kodev.
Kodev?
Yep. New brain for this. Go ahead.
I am going to see. So, I am trying to see if I can make some sort of paralytic or knockout gas or something that I can just put in a couple hypos
Okay.
and break in case of emergency, or jam into someone's eyeball in case of emergency.
I mean, you're a doctor, and while poisons and stuff are not necessarily your bread and butter, I'm sure you know that, anything, even something made to heal, if you overdose it, will become toxic. So I'm sure you can probably load up, your...
6,000 cc's of morphine.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna prepare like at least 3 special hypos to deal with troublesome shit.
So what if
and
you
then-
want it to do, though? Will they do damage? Will they just have people be paralyzed, or will they knock them out? Like, what are you looking for here?
So there's gonna be 4, not 3.
Okay.
One I'm gonna
So
mark.
I see I gave you a good idea. Yep.
One I'm gonna mark.
Yep.
That's like with like black or red or something. That's the one that's for Guado. That's the kill. That's the kill one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna inject him with enough steroids to like pop him like a pimple.
Okay.
And then the other 3 are just gonna be like, the Star Wars equivalent of sleepy time tea.
Okay. Very good. Does this feel like chloroform to you? Got it.
Yeah.
I say
It's
feel
like-
because you're injecting it, but
This
yes.
feel like chloroform to you.
Okay. Very good.
And then I'm going to go into my room, lock the door, take out my holocube from my bag, and bitch incessantly at the fucking
Dear
dude.
diary.
I'm just gonna be like,
Dear Holocron.
it's like
Dear Holocron Sith Lord.
I am more pissed off than a motherfucker. It's like I need to vent my anger, and you're the only thing I can vent it to that's not gonna judge me.
Good. Good. Let it flow through you.
Yeah, I'm not turning into a Sith. I'm just really, really pissed.
He laughs again and he said, and that is your first step to the dark side.
Yeah. You're not a Sith. At least that's what you say.
Of course not. The dark side is a powerful tool that does not make you a Sith.
I'm not Sith. I know Sith, but I am not one.
That's the one. Okay. Then he says, well, and why are you telling me all this, young apprentice?
Because you're the only one that is not going to judge me for the horrible things I want to do to this hut.
And so you seek companionship.
No, I just seek an
Good,
outlet.
because I was about to say your weakness was showing. The only reason you are here complaining to me is because of your own lack of power. Power I could grant you if you only put a little bit of effort and accepted me as a teacher.
Yeah, that's not really gonna happen. You're more of like, an encyclopedia.
You're lost then. And it turns off.
More of a side piece.
Or he turns off. I'm just like, "Ah, fine, whatever.
when you just had an argument with your mistress, got it. All right, so that being said, you guys get back to to the ship, finding I'm guessing Kodav here. I'm assuming Kodav, they find you somewhat pissed.
I'm in my room, so unless someone comes looking for me to tell me what's going on their end, until I calm myself down, I'm like gonna just basically just chill in here and like stew.
Okay.
Like he's like force wise, he's in a very precarious place
Yeah.
because he wants to do really bad things. He doesn't want to do really bad things, but he's like, is it really a bad thing if I do this? Won't the universe be a better place if I just rid the world of this fucking hut? It's like I'm starting to have like a lot of understanding for how Sith think. And I'm trying to come to grips with that.
Okay, very good. So that being said, for the rest of you, is there anything else you'd like to do before the day ends?
Design whatever fucked up logo that I think will piss off the hut the most.
Okay, and what's that logo look like if you have an idea? If not, we'll move on.
No, I don't have an idea. It's just gonna be something that it's very intentionally designed to be the Star Wars equivalent of a giant middle finger.
Okay.
It's like a badly
To the
drawn
hut.
doodle of Wadu, but like instead of
Or it's
muscles,
like a turd on
a
his head or
muscles
something?
upside
Yeah,
down.
okay. Got it. Okay,
Rhino's
so
like
yeah,
a turd.
you cook up something offensive to the hut, and
Yes. very, very obviously for him as well.
Yeah.
Like
only he knows.
he'll know. He'll know. Maybe it's a picture of a ship and all of us dancing on top of it. I don't know.
Okay, very good. So, my question to you then is: you make that long rest then,
God,
right?
really long rested.
Yes. So you guys can
I did make that.
fix all your stats and everything and get ready for the next day, because boy, you're gonna need it. And you wake up, and the streets the next day are unrecognizable in the sense that everybody is out, you know, going bananas, and it's gonna be the race soon. The race is probably gonna be in a day or in like 2 hours, give or take, will be the start of the race. My question to you all is, what do you decide to do? You've got, for lack of a better term, giant bleachers on both sides, a little bit like in the Phantom Menace, if you guys remember the pod race. And you've got that upper platformed tower, right? Which at the top of, you can see the fat freaking head of a abnormally muscled hut, along with what you can see is probably the biggest Gamorrean guard you've ever seen before. This thing is head and shoulders above all the other ones. And funny enough, when you get to that race, y'all give me a perception check, please.
That I'm okay at.
Perception's a number that I have. I don't know if it'll be a good one this time, because my dice tend to be a little bit sporadic about that. 13.
Ooh, 19 plus 8, 27.
Okay. When you guys get there, you notice something about one of the pods that is already on the track. And it's the one Mibble built. Mibble, would you like to describe your pod racer?
Okay, for anyone who's seen Jurassic World, you know the little hamster ball thing that the two kids are driving in one part?
Yeah, the that attraction.
Yeah. Well, imagine that attached to two engines.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Jesus.
It's a hamster ball with two engines on it.
Well, being pulled by two engines, because it is still a pod race and not a ship race or a whatever. But yes, exactly. Yep. Very good.
Is there
And what's even funnier is in the pod is Mibble.
Help me!
I don't think I noticed anything. My roll was pretty low.
I'm
Yeah,
No,
surprised.
I don't see shit.
Mibble, one thing about your hamster ball, it's been rigged to explode if somebody opens it without your permission. No, not without your permission, but without Wadu's permission.
I'm in danger.
Correct. Or if your speed drops under 40 miles an hour, but that's another...
Okay, I had a feeling. I
had to make a joke of the reference, I'm sorry. I had to make the joke, I'm sorry. But yes, so your pod's been rigged to blow. Since you rolled a 27, along with the two giant figures at the top of that platform, you also see, Kodav, you also see what looks like a Twi'lek with greenish skin.
If you
I'm
want
not
to go,
mistaken.
Zoro.
Yes, with green skin.
I don't think she's
He's saying it wrong.
I
No.
think she's just saying it without
I'm
saying it, just
Twi'lek.
because.
Twi'lek.
I know.
Twi'lek.
I know.
Twi'lek. My brain, the flames, just.
I will say
Twi'lek.
everything wrong just to get under your actually skin until you stop doing it. All right, so you do see a Twi'lek.
but you know.
No, it's Twi'lek. Do not say. I know I said Twi'lek earlier to piss her off. Please do not say that one more time. It does actually get under my skin.
Look at them
So, yes.
couple pairs of Targarudas. Tagagarudas.
I hate it. Stop it. Okay, so
Taco
I'm gonna call you a
Garuda.
Twilight.
It's not
No.
it's not gonna offend me.
all right, order at the table. Order at the table. All right. Okay, but you do see a Twi'lek up there, Kodav, that, you know, again, being smaller and everything, the others might not have noticed.
So how many total are in his box?
So for now, what you can see is those three, but you can guess that there's probably just regular old Gamorrean guards that are running around.
Okay. Is there a straight shot, like, up to his box from the regular stance?
You know that there's probably either a turbo lift inside that tower or some staircases.
Not turbo lift, like where the normies sit and where his box is. Is
Like,
there
can somebody shoot him with a sniper rifle
like,
kind of deal?
no, is there a wall? Like, is there is there a structure that goes from the normie seats to his box?
So
Probably
it kind of just sticks out from the middle of the bleachers on one side. So they're
But-
like bleachers, right? And in the middle of the bleachers, there's a giant tower sticking out, and he's at the top on one of the two
Okay.
sides. And then the other side is
So-
just a bunch of bleachers.
So the tower is accessible from the normie section.
Accessible. I mean, it's physically connected, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it's
Whether
like,
it's accessible or not will depend on the guards, but
I
yes.
could touch the outside if I wanted to.
Correct.
All right, that's good enough. That's all I need to know. I'm going to point out Mibble to Orta.
And Middle's like, help me.
And then I'm going to let Orta know I'm sitting underneath his stand. If shit hits the fan, I got a plan B.
Okay.
I mean, if we want to just go for it, we can just walk up there and see if he'll let us sit with them. You know, we all can watch the race together since we have a bet on it.
I don't think he's that stupid.
Or that
that's up to
arrogant.
you.
He
Do
has
you-
arrogance.
Do you want to try it on me?
And just for the record, I am putting Cultural Reserve on myself just in case.
Understandably.
I mean, yeah, Only will give it a try unless the other two tell her otherwise.
I'm you do you, boo. I can't be near him because just he breaks my Sith radar. I need to like stay as neutral as possible, and he severely hampers that.
I like that you like one of my bad guys. That you like to hate one of my bad guys. That means I wrote the bad guy properly. I like it.
I mean, he annoys the shit out of me too. I just don't let my emotions control me.
Oh my!
I know.
Look at the Jedi over there. All right,
This is the main reason why I'm.
The person who uses anger to her advantage, yes. She knows when and where.
Okay, so Anli, if you walk up to the tower where the Gamorrean guards are, they squeal at each other in the pig-like language, and then one squeals into a comlink, and after a few seconds, they actually move out of the way.
I
Sure,
would
walk
also, considering the situation, I would also probably want to stick with them.
With
Only.
who? Anli or Kodaf? Because they split.
Only.
Okay,
Only's in a slightly more precarious situation, I'd say.
very good. So yeah, you can go up with Anli, as they do let you in, and there is not a turbo lift. Let's be real, it's freaking Tatooine, but there is some form of a lift that'll slowly bring you up. And yes, Kitra, Mibble is forced to race for him right now.
It's like it's a repurposed tow cable, and Jawas are like on fucking like on a turn wheel cranking it to move it up.
Cranking the engine inside. God damn it. Okay. So, while all this is going on, I'd like to move us, while you guys are going up the lift, I'd like to move us to the top of that viewing platform here. As the hut is having a fairly interesting discussion here with that Twi'lek. And So in his typical, he is speaking Huttese to her, which a lot of Twi'leks would know. I don't know if your character knows that language or not, however, Zoro. So
It
if you
does.
need... Okay, perfect. So I don't need that
Yeah.
translation.
Yeah.
You're canonically Twi'lek and know Huttese. Very good. So
I
he
didn't
is
have
speaking
to, but it makes
Huttese.
sense.
I mean, yes. He is speaking Huttese to her right now, and he says, "So I hear you're looking for information."
Yes.
And you bring business to my door on a day of celebration.
I don't really understand Tatooine holidays, but that's not why I'm here, so if you would rather discuss this afterwards, that's fine, but the sooner the better.
No, we can discuss of it now, but I warn you I'm in a bit of a festive mood. So tell me, what can I do for you?
Well, that benefits me, at least. I exchanged information with you not too long ago, wondering the whereabouts of certain people, and was wondering if you had an update on a particular member of the exchange and what he's been up to lately.
You mean that business about... Switch back to your sheet. There we go. So you mean the information about Calden, correct?
It has been over a year, and I've seemed to have gone out of touch with what's been going on. And I need that
Indeed.
information as soon as possible.
Well, it so happens that I have regular dealings with the exchange, and I do know where he can be found.
Is he still on Nar Shaddaa?
Yes, but he has indeed moved his base of operation. He does it semi-regularly. Typical exchange paranoia.
Oh, I'm aware. But where is he this time? That's what I need to
Well,
know.
Like any information, it does come at a price, and as I said, I'm in a festive mood today. I seem to have acquired a particularly, exciting pilot for the race. Would you like to bet the information on the race?
Now, why would I bet information that I so desperately want with credits I have to just get the information from you now? Or is
Because
this just a fun addition to the holiday?
No, the holiday simply has me in a better mood. I feel like a bit of excitement. And as such, I'm feeling like a little gamble might make some spice. And when he says spice, he kind of like grabs a little bit of spice, Kessel spice from a little bowl, and just kind of like licks it off of his finger. No, that's not how you're supposed to intake spice, but who gives a shit, he's a Hutt. To the conversation, as he finishes the sentence.
Well, I feel like you have an advantage over me considering how I don't know any of these pilots or what they're even capable of. I'm just here just picking.
But that's the fun bit. For this little bet, I'm not going to bet on my own pilot. He laughs.
Which one is
I
yours?
will- Oh, that one in the hamster ball. And he picks up a dice and just rolls it, and correlates the number on the dice to one of the Podraces, and he says, "I'll bet on this one," before burping loudly and eating a snack.
Sounds like a Hutt.
He's letting his inner Hutt out today.
I want a nipple pinchy.
Yes.
So he's just betting on some other random
Yep.
thing.
Yep. And he says, "Tell you what, if you win, I'll give you the information for free. If you lose, you pay me double." And don't worry, if you don't have the money, I'm sure you can work it off in other ways. Ho, 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 ho.
You see for a moment.
Yep.
Actually, no, he doesn't see. He wouldn't see this.
No, and he's high and he's just
Yeah.
on party mode right now, so you're
He
fine.
he suddenly feels the barrel of her blaster rifle up against him, and she's like, I've told you this before. Don't you fucking talk to me that way.
Oh, I like it when it's feisty.
Right. I have the money either way, doesn't matter. I will bet on... I don't know. Just gonna look over and, you know what? She'll play his little game because she literally doesn't know any of these people, and she's like, alright, I'll bet on the hamster ball.
Smart and feisty. Good. The bet is made.
She'll remove the gun from the side and just holster it again.
He laughs. Please,
Alright.
sit and enjoy. As you're pointed towards, it's one of those seats like they had in the Roman Empire where you can lie sideways, and there's all sorts of like snacks and food and whatever, and like this buff male slave that's just there with the fanning, you know, like the little leaves, you know, to like fan you and everything. Like it's the whole, you know, lavish treatment. There's even a bottle of pure water that's right there next to you, and it's chilled.
She's gonna feel really awkward and uncomfortable, and she's just gonna stand up and lean up against the wall, like, in the back. So she still has a view, but she's just like, nah. And she just kind of... So she's, like, in the shadows, but she's not really hiding. She's just like, nah, I'm just gonna stand back here and watch. And she kind of, like, crosses her arms.
The Boba Fett, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
It,
I didn't mean for it to be that way, but yeah. She's kind of pulling the Boba Fett.
That's a mark of professionalism. I appreciate that. Okay, that being said, it's around that moment that the elevator gets to the top. You hear it bing, and it opens up. And the hut turns to the elevator and goes, oh, my other guests! Excellent, perfectly on time, as I expected it. Come on in, come on in.
Do I recognize any of these guests?
No, you do not. I don't think you've ever crossed... Oh, yes, from the cantina maybe the other day. They were the people who were looking for a pilot.
Well, not necessarily. I was going to invoke my background.
Yep.
Where, oh god, I just lost it. Ooh. You are able to identify mercenary and crime lord companies by their emblems, such as their names, reputations, commanders, and leaders.
But yeah, those two guests are our two friends here who just made it to the top of the elevator. So they're not really the crime lord's company in this sense. You can tell that, you know, Orta is most probably some form of a Jedi or Force user or Sith or something. Because I mean, actually, Orta, is your lightsaber even at your hip, or is it some like hidden in your clothing right now?
I don't think I would leave it out in the open on Tatooine.
Okay, so yeah, no. So this just looks like somebody who's missing his lower jaw. And I'm kidding. And doesn't seem to be very talkative. And next to it, you can tell somebody who's probably in a similar profession as you, if only that they're used to fighting, because you see this bulky Togruta walk in with a massive battle axe strapped onto her. and
I don't recognize her as like a mercenary or anything with that axe or anything.
No, the best that you might have heard of her, like, in passing as a very successful gladiator on Kashyyyk, but that's about it.
Okay.
And when they do walk in, he laughs. The oversized, for lack of a better term, Gamorrean guard behind Boadu, squeaks a warning of some kind, and you can see him bristle a little bit as he kind of reaches for his own massive battle axe. But the hut waves at him to calm down, and he just kind of goes back to standing behind him. Only, Orta, what do you guys do right now?
I feel like Onley has a permanently annoyed scowl on her face every time she interacts with this guy.
She has RBF with him, I understand, yeah. That's the Boadu effect, we know this, yeah.
It is, it really is.
It's resting either. I think it might be an active.
Active bitch face, oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actively annoyed.
Okay.
And I am trying to recall, because it's been a hot minute since we made that bet, but if I... I see you like to skirt the terms of our bet, now don't you?
He laughs and looks at you. And he says, "Nope, I simply ensured your racer would be racing today." And by that I mean he's also now my racer, which means either way, that bet is a win for me.
Well, it's a good thing we were able to secure another racer. I'm sure you can
Oh
figure it out.
my! Twist and a turn. Good.
You didn't want this to be too easy now.
No, I would have been disappointed if you were not aware of our customs on the Bunta Eve Classic. Very good.
Good thing
And
you
which of these little racers is yours?
She'll gesture out at all the racers. I'm like, I'm pretty... Why don't you try to take a guess? Make it more interesting, more fun.
He looks around and rolls shitty on his perception check. As he looks around and looks back to you guys and goes, "I'm not too sure, to be honest. The inferior species all look the same to me after a while."
Disappointing. Disappointing. We thought you were better than that. You had a keener eye. And she'll point out whichever one it is that is her, the extremely offensive logo across the side.
He sees the logo, and at first he scowls, and then turns his head and shakes it, looks back at you and goes, "Oh!" And a childish insult. He grabs a snack, chews on it, you hear the crunching of bones. As he looks back at you and he says, "Well, I suppose it's to be expected."
Tilt.
Yes.
Does Bibble still have that neck thing on him, or did that get taken off?
You did, but for some reason it's not beeping anymore, at least not beeping quickly anymore, which means you can guess that at the very least the timer has been reset.
Okay.
I figured since we have stuff on the line here, we might as well watch the race together.
Of course! I had expected you joining us. As you can see, your seats are ready! And he points again to more of those, like, types of Roman Empire type seats that you can lounge on, you know what I'm talking, lounge chairs. And, with, the sleeves and the food and the snacks and all that stuff.
I see you like to waste your time on unnecessary luxuries.
He laughs again. If you work hard, what's the point of not reaping the rewards? If anything, I thought a gladiator of your caliber would appreciate that. Hello?
These aren't the rewards I'm after.
Well, to each their own. That being said, your seats are ready.
She's also not gonna sit on that. That's not her vibe. So she'll just find a place to stand where she can watch the race. And keep Watto at least in her peripheral. She doesn't want him out of sight.
Yeah, about the same.
Can't trust the hut as far as you can throw him. Given the size of a hut, you can't throw him very far, so... Even with on-lay strength.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming nobody is taking the seat?
No.
When nobody
Most
takes
is
the
money.
seat, he laughs and he says, "Well, I guess I wasted these preparations for nothing then." And he bats his hand, and you can see the slave, the seats, the food, everything just gets thrown off the edge of the platform via the force. And you hear a screech as the slave is sent pummeling to his death.
I mean,
No use for it! Might as well not waste the space.
Did we have any time for a reaction to try and stop that slave from going over?
Yeah. I
It's
was
a
gonna ask.
very quick thing, and you guys are nowhere near them because nobody's sitting on that seat. Unless it's a ranged action, I wouldn't say that you have time to run to it, grab them, and pull them away. Like, this is sent with quite the vim and power.
But I
I
have a
do have-
grappling hook.
And I have force pull.
I mean, if you want to grappling hook them, go right ahead. Whatchamacallit? If you want to, like, grappling hook them, you're gonna shoot a grappling hook at a live being. That's on you if you want to do that. If you want to force pull, you can try.
I certainly will try.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to kill the guy, so.
Are you upcasting it, or are you casting it at basic level?
Orta knows.
Level of force pull.
I mean, Orta knows that, you know, Kodav is sitting right below the tower.
Yeah. But I also not going to let someone haphazardly fly off a tower if I don't have to. But I would also get your attention should they end up going down towards you so that you can help them.
Yep.
But still, I would want to try to stop them from being fucking launched. And yeah, I'll spend force points to make the force pull stronger.
Okay, I just realized
I
actually that is a cantrip. Yeah, no, if that's the cantrip one, unfortunately no. When you do that though, you do see the hut tilt his head to the side, and all of a sudden, it's almost as if your control on the force just slips, and it just refuses to grab the slave, who starts plummeting down off the edge. And you can see that he's looking straight at you on this one. And as you hear that scream, unless you're shooting the grappling hook at the slave.
Unless Onling feels like she could wrap it around him without harming him, she might. Better lose an arm than lose your life. So, yeah, okay. she'll probably shoot that grappling hook in hopes to hit him somewhere non-vital.
Okay. I'm going to need you to do me a roll here real quick. Give me a minute to figure out what I need you to roll me. If you have a ranged attack, I'll have you use that. If you do not, I'm going to ask for a dex roll, since you're trying to aim for a specific non-vital part.
All my attacks are ranged attacks, though.
Technically true.
I can technically throw anything, but I'm not throwing this, so I don't think that counts.
No. You're shooting it, but yes, I get it.
Yeah, so dex it is.
Okay.
How about a natural 20 for a 23?
Very nice.
Damn. Good.
So yeah,
I mean, of all the times my dice be nice.
You do manage to shoot the slave in the arm. You hear a scream of pain as, right, the physics make it, because he's off the edge, he starts falling, but the rope does hold on to him as he swings around, right, and hits the side of the tower. You do hear a crunch when that happens.
Yeah.
Or can I react to any of this?
Give me first of all, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception. Does the sheet tell me? Yes, passive perception is 18.
Okay. Yeah, it's high enough that you would have at least noticed there was a screaming coming from up top, especially considering you might have been a little bit more aware here, knowing your friends were going to go up there, so you're probably like checking up once in a while or whatever. And it happens to happen that it's exactly at the moment as you do see a slave being flung over the edge like that and then grappling hooked. You do also see a bunch of like chairs and food and all sorts of stuff being chucked over the edge that are about to fall down on you and the spectators around you.
I make sure I'm like close enough to the tower so I don't get hit by falling debris. But is the person who got like grappling hooked in the arm within 60 feet of me?
Considering the height of the tower, I'd say that might be a little bit out of range. But maybe as it swings down and it hits the edge of the tower, gets close to hitting the edge of the tower, that might be within about 60 feet.
Yeah.
I'll say,
So what-
yes, just so you can actually take your action. So let's go with that.
So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know how much they weigh in total, but
Mhm.
if I max cast Force Propel,
Mhm.
I can forcibly move 60 pounds of a creature or objects on a creature that, or not being worn. So basically, I'm concentrating on the slave. I'm hoping the slave is like malnourished.
Yeah,
So
but
they're not-
it's still not a child. I'll be honest with you. They're more than 60. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I know, but I'm hoping I can like do enough negative force to their pendulum swing to the tower, so it's not like crash dummy speed.
So what ends up happening when you do this is they do hit the wall with their other arm that is not, hanging on to a grappling hook that's going through their biceps. They try to kind of stop themselves with the other arm, right? Like this kind of thing. And thankfully you manage to stop it, that they don't just splat against the wall and kill themselves, but there is still enough impact that their arm does break with a crunch.
That's fine. I mean, I saw them swinging towards the tower, and I'm like, that's gonna end badly.
That's a death.
And then, as that happens, however, those chairs and the rest of the food and food bowls and everything that would flung off the edge here fall in the middle of the crowd. And with a scream, you hear about 2 or 3 people get crushed by the long lounging chairs, the massive lounging chairs that have been just chucked over the edge at high velocity here. As you see, a few other people are either dead or injured as a result of this.
I can't help the dead ones. I can only do so much with the force.
Of course.
Um,
Some situations are just shitty no matter what.
but
yes.
So if he gets let down by Only, I don't know. I can't see into the thing, so I don't know it's Only. But if he gets let down, I'll deal with his broken arm and the hole in his other arm.
Well, that's the question, Only. What do you do with that grappling hook? How long is the grappling hook, by the way?
I was just given a grappling hook. I was never told the length.
Give me a
For
minute, I will double
standard.
check here. Yep, I'll double check. Give me a minute. I have that one here. Let's see. Grappling hook. 50-foot length. So, yeah. There's no letting him down with that.
Yeah, I didn't imagine she was. I imagine she's pulling him back up.
Okay, so you pull him back up. He's got a grappling hook out of one arm that's pissing blood, and his other arm's broken.
Trying to get the one arm. I'm pretty sure I have enough know-how from being in gladiator rings to apply a tourniquet.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at.
Give me a medicine roll if you're doing the tourniquet, by the way.
Sure. $16.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at Orta and be like, "Do you want to take him downstairs?"
I can, yes. I'll use my only med pack to sort of make sure that he's at least a little stable while my force powers are denied, essentially.
Oh no, your connection to the force is fine. It's just that one move that for some reason just failed.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use give life rather than use my med pack.
Okay.
You spend and roll one of your hit dice, and the creature regains that many hit points. Okay, so yeah, I will spend and use one of my hit dice to heal this guy. Which is a D10.
While you guys are all doing that, the hut laughs again, and he goes, "Healing and fixing my discarded property will not ingratiate you with me."
Oh, good thing we weren't trying. We just don't have a blatant disregard for life.
Property
I care
is
not for your
property,
grace.
He shrugs.
And life is life.
He grins and he says, "Yes, and for the record, the chairs were a bigger loss financially than the slaves."
How many
You
people
can
are
see the
injured?
strong desire to stab someone rise up in Onley, and she has to.
And yeah, when he sees her getting angry, he laughs again, and he says quite simply, "I'm sorry if my hospitality offended you."
Are you?
Well, yes, this is why I made everything disappear from sight as fast as possible. By the most expedient way possible. If you had wanted the slave to stay, all you had to do was say so, and he laughs. You're free to take it and enjoy its company. Though it might be a bit defective for a while.
Can you move on, Hut? You're boring me.
I'm sorry, these guests are rude and know no manners. Very well, let's have the race begin, as he waves at the crowd once again.
How many people are injured?
You got about 3 people injured, 2 dead.
I can't do anything for the people who are dead.
No, broken necks often do that.
Yeah, I will do a first level heal on the 3 people.
Okay.
Just to get them up and running. I mean, they're NPCs, so they shouldn't have that many hit points anyway.
Yep.
And then, I'm gonna go. I don't know if these 2 are friends of yours, but I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for them.
You see like a child holding their mom who's ragdolled on the floor, kind of shaking them, going, "Mommy, mommy!"
Why?
And then seeing the other people getting better, she kind of looks up at you and she says, "Mister, can you heal mommy too? Please, please heal mommy too. Mommy's not doing okay."
Really, sir? You are a horrible person.
Oh, you're talking to me, the GM?
Yeah.
Oh, I love you too, bro.
So cartoonishly evil.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. It's
That's
not
probably
even.
kinda hot.
Look at any hut in any Star Wars media. They're freaking cartoons, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's see.
And plus, Only poking at him over and over and over again was kind of like, oh yeah, well, consequence to your bullshit.
Charisma checks.
He's having a little bit of fun poking at her and making her angry. But yes.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Okay.
But it's like fucking, you have to like have a little like tormented kid here, dude. I was just gonna let this scene go. I am going to use affect mind on the child.
Okay.
So she's not hostile towards me. So
okay, yeah. She's hoping for your help.
She has to make a wisdom saving throw. If she fails, I have advantage on charisma checks directed towards the child.
Okay.
So my light DC is 16. And I am. Oh, that feels so fucking bad doing that.
I hate to say this. I rolled an 18 on the dice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a big dice again. I forgot I'm not allowed to roll that. I'm putting it away. You want me to re-roll on the smaller dice?
No, on a successful save, the creature does not realize that you. Okay, on a successful save,
into it.
That she realizes that you tried to use the force to influence its mood, but it becomes immune to this power.
Yeah, so it doesn't realize what you did, but it's immune to it, basically.
All right, so I don't get the advantage, but I'm still trying to make the oh god, I don't want to lie. It's not a lie. It's like a persuasion check.
But what are you trying to tell it? Like, what are you doing?
I'm trying to calm the child down and see if the other adults can like know if she has a father or if there's an orphanage, or tell her I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do for her mother. The chair hurt her too bad. Like okay. It's like I really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to lie to her because it's like, it's not.
No, you're trying to
improvised in
comfort her.
nature. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd put it for you trying to comfort her in persuasion.
Okay. So I'm gonna try that. So that's 18 plus 2, so dirty 20.
So she's not like bawling her eyes out screaming anymore, but you can see she's hiccuping and she's still crying and she's looking at you and she looks at all the other adults around her and they all kind of just take a step back.
Oh my god.
And you kind of gather that, if she had a relative, they would have probably like run and at least scooped up the child or checked on the dead wife / mother / whatever. But while they are like horrified at somebody having just died right now, there's also the whole we don't want to piss off the hut.
Oh god, I hate this fucking planet.
Tatooine is known as the hive of scum and villainy. It is known as the shithole of the universe, and there's a very good set of reasons for that. This is yet another one of them.
I want to Death Star this planet so fucking bad, dude.
Yep.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna take the kid, and I'm hoping someone deals with the dead mom. I don't want her keeping looking at her dead mom. I feel like fucking shit. I just I really I'm pretty sure, even though I didn't see it, in my mind I know that stupid fucking hut did this for some oddball, because I hear his stupid gelatinous self laughing up there.
Yep.
And I basically I just take the child and I just I want to stay next to the tower, but I move away from the dead bodies and I just basically hold on to her, and I'll see if I can find an orphanage after we deal with this fucker.
Okay.
But I want to I can't trust the people of this fucking planet to look after an orphan child. How horrible is fucking that? It's like, fuck this planet, dude.
Welcome to Tatooine, right? Where you can't even trust the locals to take care of someone.
She's one of your own, and her mom just died. You guys suck.
That's what, again, when people are very oppressed and have no money, and
Oh.
Morals are not the first thing. Self-preservation is usually the first thing that takes over, unfortunately. But
yeah,
yes,
I'm just comforting the child, and
Okay.
in the back of my head is like, fucking hut is gonna get wrecked so hard.
Yep. So that being said, on that note, Mibble,
Help me! Help me!
I need you to roll me initiative because you see the lights on the track starting to flash.
That's gonna be a
Greystone.
10.
Okay. Give me a minute to note that down. Very good. And I need you to give me 5 piling rolls.
5 piling?
Piloting.
Yeah. I know, I said it wrong. I'll write them down in the chat of the
Roll 20. Okay. Very good.
And you said 5.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Very good. So. $28, $12, $17, $25, and 7. That's already including your bonus and everything. Okay, perfect.
Just piling.
Yep. Okay, so Mibble, I do have news for you. You, of course, after you were kidnapped, were told that if you didn't win the race, well, kaboom. And that the only way you're stepping off that pod racer was step on the top of the podium. And we both know Mibble. If somebody threatens you like that, how's Mibble gonna react?
I hate this guy, but I do value my life.
So Mibble puts the gas and the pedal to the gas. And with that combined score that you just rolled me, you weave, you dodge, you avoid other pod racers trying to crash you off the road, you avoid spikes of rock. You manage to flip the whole thing upside down at one point just to dodge another contestant's engine that just flew off their racer after they collided on a piece of rock. Hell, you make Anakin's pod racing in episode 1 look like literal child's play, as you actually managed to finish first, and I'm going to say first by a good margin, as I gave you a total of 100 that you had to pass to get first here. You rolled a 109, putting all your rolls together. You're a bit slow off the start with that 10 on the initiative. Actually, quite a few racers managed to get ahead of you. But after that, man, you made up for it in spades. And the rest of you can see Mibble finishing first, as the Hutt laughs gleefully and looks at the rest of you and says, well, it looks like my racer has finished first.
And it looks like I get my information for free.
Indeed you do, good betting. And when you say that, he fishes around in his snack bowl and pulls out a data chip. And that data chip most probably smells like those frog-like creatures Hutts love to snack on. It does not smell good. And he hands it handily to you, Jiva. Do I pronounce it Jiva because of the H, or do I pronounce it Ziva? What would you prefer?
It's Ziva. Hold on.
Ziva?
I think my headset is dying. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Testing 1, 2.
Oh, now I suddenly can't hear you guys. Great.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, give me a second.
You have to put us on the soundbar.
Sorry.
LG.
There we go. Okay. Well,
Excellent.
Yay.
it's fading in and out for whatever reason. Like the audio's fading in and out, and I don't know why. Anyway.
Is it only for her or everybody else? Because sometimes the fans make my mic act out. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
hear you
like
fine.
Here.
it's like everyone. Like when
Oh.
Mibble was talking, like it did the same thing. So it's fading in and out for whatever reason.
Weird question. What audio track does it say your mic's coming through on Discord?
My mic, not my headphone.
Well, your headphones, yeah. Your like, where does the input coming through? Because I know my headset has a separate one for like chat and game audio, and if it's on game audio, occasionally there's a setting that lets it make it basically fade out the game audio so that
No, it's
chat
not in game audio.
comes through. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had to ask because it's
just
that's
all
an
of a-
issue.
all of a
It's like
sudden.
an exact issue I've had before, so I had to ask.
Yeah. It's just all of a sudden it's doing it. This is really weird.
Okay.
As long as it's not affecting anyone else. Okay, I'm sorry. So there's a data chip that he.
Yep, he gives you a data chip that has the promised info on it. He grabbed it out of his snack bowl, which means it probably smells of like frogs right now and slime, but hey, he gives you the data chip for free.
I've smelt worse.
I can give it.
I mean, she's wearing gloves, so it's fine, but still, it's a visual like. Bleh. And she's
And the
like,
smell too, like the slime, the whole thing, you know.
she's like, thanks. I am going to hit up the cantina and check this data, and if I see that you have decided to go back on our deal, then I will be back.
When you say that, he laughs and he says, "I might be many things, but I never go back on a deal." Ho 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 ho.
Right.
So Nibble is out of the pod. Well, the
Yeah,
hamster
Mibble is
ball.
now allowed out of the pod and is now on the podium.
All right.
And I think at this point
And-
my character walks off and goes to the
Yep.
cantina.
I still have the child. I'm taking her with me.
Okay.
God. And I'm gonna see if I can get onto the field so I can get to Mibble and make sure Mibble's okay.
You do have to push back or through quite a few fans who are like, you know, that are like kind of having a moment of screaming and trying to like get to the champ, if you want to call it that.
Nibble's gonna be jumping away.
If that's
Nope, not
case,
dealing with this.
if that's the case, cause I don't want to push my way through a fucking crowd. Fuck these guys. Like I have no love, no desire to be around anyone from the goddamn planet any longer than I have to be.
Mm-hmm. So as you're pushing through to get to Mibble here,
yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to finish hearing, because you said you were going to the cantina and having a drink. Was there something else you wanted to do there, Zoro?
Well, this obviously would be happening later, because I can't walk to
Yep.
the cantina that fucking fast.
No, but just if there's something you wanted to do while you get there, just so I can set things up on my end and organize here.
Oh, no, she's gonna order a drink, and she's gonna
Yep.
sit in a corner and
Mhm.
check the data and see if it's legit or not.
So you put the data chit into your data pad, right? And you start reading the data here, and you see in the data pad that your well, first of all, your data pad at first like fails to read it, and then you realize there's still a bit of slime on it. You kind of wipe it one more time, pop it back in. It reads fine the second time. And
N64 it.
yeah, blow on it a couple of times, shake it, you know what I'm saying? You fiddle with it, you know, when it fits into the port, you're kind of like, maybe if I put it at this angle or that angle, it won't freeze.
Break out
when
the
I start it up.
alcohol and the
Yeah.
cotton swabs.
Yep, exactly.
Put it at
And
a slight angle so it clicks better.
Yeah.
that's the one, you know,
Lift
fiddle
it.
with the angle until it goes
Yeah.
in properly. And, you know, turn it on and off 14 times until finally the game boots up properly. That's another one I had to do.
Yep.
But yes, eventually, you know, it fires up properly. And when it does, however, you can see the hut did not screw you over.
Okay.
As it's not, he didn't only just give you like the location, but he gave you the location, the floor plans of the place, where Calden's office is situated in the building, guard plans, rotations for the guards. Like, he didn't just give you like the location, he gave you the
Damn.
location. He did not screw you over. You got your bet's worth. Business seems to be the only thing he holds sacred.
Okay, I have to ask where on Nar Shaddaa. Or is that like a to be continued? We'll find out later.
You'll find out shortly, just because
You have to look up places.
let me put it to you this way. It's in the industrial district. I don't know if you know
shit.
the industrial district off the top of your hand, but it's in the industrial district. And it's
I know of it.
It's marked as a warehouse, but from what you can tell, this is a full-on weapons production facility.
Oh, that's not good. Not because of the weapons, just the location. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So we
She
can talk
downs her
about that
drink.
later, but
She downs the drink.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, fuck. And just downs it.
yeah. Okay. Good. Anything else you want to do before I move back to Az and Mibble?
No. That it was as simple as that. She's kind of stuck there for the rest of the day, so she's just kind of
Okay,
gonna drink.
perfect. The rest of you, you have to deal with a laughing hut in front of you. For those of you at the top of the platform, and as you were making your way to Mibble, what do you do
Correct.
once you've managed to kind of push your way through the crowd holding a kid?
I get to Mibble, and I'm basically just gonna give Mibble the visual hurt. Like what
You
what
cut
that
out for
fucker
me.
do to you? I go, are you hurt? What that fucker do to you?
Just get me out of here. And also get this thing off of me.
I take out the device and I hit the get off the neck button.
Yeah, it pops off. No problem.
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna
like-
hold on to the collar just in case, but yeah, get me out of here.
All right. Well, I gotta collect my bet.
Right.
Like I bet a huge pot on you, so and we got to make sure that the other two make it out of the Hut's booth, because if he does anything stupid, I am gonna do unspeakable things to him.
What's with the kid?
Her mom died in the stands because of debris falling from the Hut's balcony, and I just need to keep her calm so I can get her to an orphanage, if there's an orphanage on Tatooine. I'm surprised if there is one. But I mean, I'm not gonna
Out
leave
of
a
character,
kid.
you'd always take her back to be a Jedi.
It's like how old is she? Is she like, is she like toddler, elementary school size, like first, second grader? Like, what age am I?
School-sized.
Yeah, what age am I dealing with? Child size. DM.
Probably like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old.
I mean, that's about the right age. And I don't want to leave her. I hate this planet. I don't want to leave her. Where we would need to go back to Tython, right? That's where the council is, or is it
Yes.
Coruscant?
No, Tython.
All right.
Coruscant is the seat of the Republic, and it's where the main Jedi Temple is, but Tython is where the Jedi Order first started, eons before that, and that's where you guys were.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave her on this planet. I mean, she's a little kid. She can't eat much. I mean, we're getting off this rock.
I am not being a babysitter.
I'll be responsible for her Mibble. We just got to get to Tython so I can drop her off at a temple and have someone who's responsible deal with her. I'm not gonna leave her to the fucking scallywags on this goddamn planet.
No, probably not a good idea, and you have a sinking feeling that without a sponsor, any kid that would be left here at an orphanage or whatever would probably end up on the streets begging or stealing for survival anyway.
Or
Yeah.
enslaved.
Or enslaved. Sold to slavery might be an option too, you never know.
Yeah, I want none of that for this kid.
Of course. She's
Um,
kind of in shock right now and is just kind of following you, looking like with that 1,000 yard stare right now.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to her. Just All right, so let's make our way back to actually. How far is Orta's telepathy?
Not far. Not far enough. Like 30 feet.
Or okay.
Isn't his
I'm gonna-
telepathy only one direction?
That's it. I can never remember. This
It says communicate, so I figure as long as I'm talking to him, it's like
Yeah, I would
bi-directional.
assume it's
yeah,
two-way as
you
long
can
as you're talking to him.
communicate telepathically within 30 feet.
Yeah. Like I
Correct.
have
You just
no,
need to share a language.
Yeah, I have no access to the hive mind. I just know I can send my thoughts to Orta if I'm looking at him.
And Orta can talk back, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I hand Mibble's comm device. I think this is yours.
Yeah. Put it on back on his wrist.
There was a bunch of other stuff in that dumpster, but this was the only thing that was beeping when I tried to communicate with you. So I figured that was all. And then I'm gonna send a comm link, a comm message to Orta and Only. Are you okay? do I need to intervene?
That's a
I-
good question. Let's go back to the top of the platform. Are you guys okay, and what is happening up there?
I imagine it's quite tense.
Anli actually probably looks more relaxed than you'd expect her to. You'd expect she'd be upset and everything else, but she's kind of middle of the ground right now. There's probably emotions on the surface, but surface-wise, she's probably a little calmer than you'd expect. You know, years of being in a gladiatorial ring, she knows how to pull on the face, even when things don't go the way you want. And I wouldn't say things didn't go the way she wanted. It's kind of like, yeah, it sucks that our racer lost, but she didn't have high hopes for him to win, and Mibble is safe, so not terribly upset. Sucks that we lost the bet. But on the surface, she just kind of is calm looking.
Mibble won.
I know Mibble won. Our racer did not win. Mibble is not our racer.
That was the Huts racer.
He stole your racer and your pod. Remember?
Yeah, I'll lop his fucking head off if he wants to pull that bullshit. I swear to God, I will scorch earth this goddamn planet. I have the Sith lightsaber. I'm not afraid to use it.
Okay, but yes, you get what I'm saying. So that being said, considering, the current situation, he looks at all of you and he says, "I'll take my codes and my ship back, please."
I don't know why you're talking to us. We don't have any of that. We do not have that in our possession right now. We'll have to make a trade for it later.
So he kind of tilts his head to the side and he says, Now, I always honor my bets, as you've seen previously, but I don't exactly enjoy thieves reneging on their promise twice after stealing my property."
No, we're not reneging. Literally, there's only one of us that has this codes that you want.
Oh,
We are not
and
in this
where
game
is
right
this one of you? He's not looking off the edge, sorry, but yes, so he's looking at the two of you, going, okay, well, who is it? Like, come on, I want my shit. So Orta
ain't
Only,
touching
he's
that
looking
shit.
at you both and he's saying, so, who has it then?
If you're pensions for kidnapping and forcing people to do things, I don't really think I'm going to give you that name right now. The last thing we do is go back on deals we've made.
Well, my ship and my codes.
We'll also need time to clear stuff off that ship. Might be a little infested right now. Should say that out loud so Aura does hear Cole makes the infestation.
My ship is what?
Infested?
With what?
I don't know what to call it. Bugs.
He looks very upset all of a sudden.
Internally,
"No."
we feel slightly offended.
So he looks at you and he's like, "So you're telling me you've not only stolen my property, but also done me the disfavor of damaging it by letting it
No,
be in..."
Not damaged, just slightly infested. We'll clear it out. We obviously don't want to give it to you in that state. That would be rude. So all we ask is for enough time to deal with what we need to deal with.
Well, the first thing I will require is my codes. I'm not having you fly off with my ship.
None of us here have those codes.
Who has them?
Again, I'm not having you kidnap people.
I won't
Okay.
kidnap you, and wouldn't have to in the first place if you had not stolen my ship. Consider that past interaction gone. You now have a choice. You give me my property as per our bet, or we shall have to find another way to repossess it. And you can see that the hut is sort of fit up of being strung along nonstop.
Tell you what, one of us will stay here, and the other will go get your coats.
Acceptable.
I kind of motion to Orda to head towards the door.
And
And she looks relaxed, like, I think she was out on a Sunday stroll.
could I make an insight check?
Sure.
Well,
What are you
no,
trying to gain
doesn't matter.
insight on?
Like if she properly, basically I just need, I guess I wouldn't really need an insight check. I just telepathically ask, are you sure?
I'm fine.
I don't like this, but okay.
You have a better chance of convincing the others to give you what you need.
Bombs.
It's not like I haven't been kidnapped before. Be a hostage.
And I'll start heading out. Towards I guess the others, realistically, if that's the intent here.
Okay. So you go back to Mibble and Kodav. You manage to find them in the crowd. It's not too difficult. There's still a huge group of people following around.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from them.
Fair.
I am not dealing with this BS.
Fair.
And
Oh, yeah.
you guys
I
kind of want to
see-
get away,
I
but
see-
you have a whole crowd following you and chanting right now, and it almost even seems like they're willing to like get you towards the cantina. As it seems that, there's the tradition of the champion going for a drink at the cantina after the win. Whether you do it or not is entirely up to you, but they are trying to like kind of guide you to the cantina and saying they want to pay a drink to the champ, and that you're going to drink so much you're not going to walk straight after winning this, and blah blah blah, and that's the best
Well, you all
piloting
can
they've
get
seen in a
drunk
long
without
time.
me.
all right.
Jet jump up on top of a building.
Okay.
And I'll once I reach them, I'll telepathically be like, we need the codes so that we can get on Lee.
Oh, he's
What's
gonna do that
happening
bullshit.
now?
Yes.
Mibble,
He won the bet.
No, he didn't. Mibble, I need the collar that you took.
I tosses him the collar.
All right, I'm gonna strap that collar and the other collar on the data pad
Yep.
because I know Mibble changed all the codes on the Chevrolet, so this is useless.
Okay.
But leverage. I'm gonna
Okay.
arm the collars.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the button in my pocket so there's no visual sight on it. I have my finger on the detonator.
Okay.
All right. I look at Orda and look at Mibble. I'm like, I'm gonna do something stupid. If you have another idea, here's your chance.
I do a quick jump down to touch Kodav, and then jump back up on the building to get away from the crowd. Koto Reserve. Just in case.
Okay. Use your tech points, when you do those. But yep.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Alrighty. So I am going to go to the bottom of the elevator and look at and tell them to tell their boss, you let our friend go or I blow this data pad to shit. And if you want to rock 'em sock 'em robots, we can do that.
They kind of squeal at each other, grab a comlink and squeal in the comlink, and they just kind of move out of your way.
No, I'm not going up there. Send her down. I'll send the data pad up. It's obvious I can't trust your boss.
They kind of look at each other and squeal into the comm link once more, and then they point for you to put the data pad on the ground near where the elevator is going to open.
No, she comes out first. When I make sure she's safe and unharmed, I will give you the data pad. You can take it to your boss. That's
They
the deal.
They kind of squeal into the comm link once more, and I need you to give me a persuasion roll, please, or intimidation, whichever you think here is more appropriate, depending on how you're talking to them. I'm assuming you're trying to intimidate more than anything right now.
Not really. I mean,
Okay, persuasion it is, and that's fine.
it is persuasion.
Okay.
I give guidance
So
on this roll.
we'll call it aggressive persuasion, but okay.
17, 19 total. I don't
Okay.
know if that's good enough for these guys.
So
What are
they squeal once more into the comm link.
Oh, do I
And
have
then
the
they
guidance?
Hmm?
Do I have the guidance? Yes or no?
Is he next to you?
I went with him, yeah.
Okay, so then yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 6. So 19, 25.
So they squeal into the comm link once more, and the hut kind of looks at you there, On Lee, and he says, "Well, it seems your friends have prepared a little bit more entertainment for us after all today. Someone's come with my precious datapad. Good.
Told you someone would have it, it just wasn't us.
Apparently they refused to send it up until you've come down.
They are the mistrusting sort.
And mistrusting people are often to be mistrusted. Fine, you can go. But Bulmus here, my big Gamorrean guard, will go with you to retrieve my possession. He is the aggressive type. I suggest you do not double-cross him.
You see a grin. she has one of her classic shitting grin smiles that flashes across her face. Like, aggressive type, you say? I've seen
He
bigger.
laughs. Yeah, he looks at you with this, like, mean-looking look, you know what I'm saying?
She gives him a big old smile. Very much lean into her gladiatorial, like, what do we call it? Words. Spirit, I guess. We'll go with. Kind of that showmanship that comes along with fighting in the ring.
Yeah, he kind of lets out a low, like, pig-like growl almost, you know what I'm saying? And there's a bit of, like, drool and saliva coming from the corner of his mouth and everything, but he doesn't, like, actively do anything, as clearly the hut has him firmly on a leash type of deal. But he heads out towards the elevator, gets in the elevator, you know, and just stands there with his arms crossed waiting.
I hope I never see your face again. She'll walk over to the elevator.
You just hear, the last thing you hear as the elevator closes is that deep hut laugh. That deep, oh, 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 oh.
Yeah.
I do like them feisty, and blang, the doors to the elevator shut as it heads down. When it opens, you see, you know, two more Gamorrean guards standing between you and the party. Kodav has what looks like the data pad in his hands, and the big Gamorrean guard kind of walks between the two other ones and hands his head out for he puts his hand out for the data pad.
And I get to talk to my friend first. She steps out of the elevator the whole way.
He gives you like a chin gesture for you to walk out of the elevator, but as soon as you stepped out of the elevator, he puts his hand up like, stay right there, and then puts his hand back out for the data pad.
He looks at Only, and I'm trying to think. Give me a second here. Languages.
Is there something you'd like me to ask telepathically of her? Can
Oh,
we can
yeah.
do like a relay?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna tell you to ask Anli, is she okay? And is it, like how many goons are up there?
I relay the message.
If I remember right, there's a couple of them still left up there.
Yeah, this fellow was just the biggest of the bunch.
Yeah. So
So I
your
haven't-
response back is, I mean, Order already knows how many were up there. She just
Yeah.
same numbers before minus this one.
So I have an out of
That's
character
fine.
question because I wasn't sure if this is happening a time skip issue or not. Zoro, your character did leave the balcony, right? Already?
Yes.
Once you got your data pad?
Yeah, she.
Okay.
She bounced.
Well, yeah, she mentioned she was going to the cantina, and that was pretty much it.
Okay. All right. So the neck braces are securely on the data pad. I'm like, she seems to be okay. His data pad. I give it to the big ugly guy.
Okay.
No wonder Emma
I
Mike.
presume he's gonna go back up to the hut.
Is the data pad wrapped into the in the explosive collars?
It's wrapped in the collars, yes.
I need to roll something.
Reverse guidance. No
Great.
kidding. Anti-guidance.
That's Mass Effect. Sorry.
Dang it.
Great. He kind of looks at it, mumbles something in Gamorrean, grabs the comlink, squeals in the comlink, looks back at the datapad, pulls off the explosive collars and just drops them on the floor before turning back.
Wait, he pulls them off? He can do that?
Are they like clicked and beeping, or are they just
they're
inert?
Yeah, I armed them. Like I'm not
Oh, so
fucking
there's
around.
like 2 beeping collars on the datapad.
Yes.
Oh, that's subtle. Okay, no, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you had just wrapped them around and you were gonna remote detonate them. But if they're armed, that's
Nope,
another story altogether.
They're armed. I want it well known that I am not fucking around with this stupid hut and his goddamn goon crew.
Okay,
If they know what these are, then they know I mean business. I will blow us all the fuck up right here. Screw you and your fucking dumbass. I'm tired of this planet. I'm getting the fuck off this rock.
so when this happens, he squeals into the data pad, not into the data pad, into his comlink about looking back at the data pad, and his first reflex as somebody who's used to fighting is chuck it back at your feet. And you hear an angry roar coming from the top of that tower.
I scream up. I'll blow it the fuck
Pinching.
up.
Pinching the bridge of her nose, like, dear God.
I scream up to the hut. I'll blow it the fuck up. You know I will.
Order in your head, Only just sends back. Didn't we change the code? Why the fuck were we trying to blow up the pad? Just give him the goddamn pad. It doesn't work anymore. Let us go and rearrange our shit.
I
God,
wasn't.
do you
up
really
there.
want this guy hunting us interstellarly?
Only, I'm going
It's
to
all
need,
mental.
Only,
Or
I'm
just another
going
one
to
like
need
this.
you to give me 2 rolls real quick.
Okay.
I need you to give me a Dex and then a Strength saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Okay. My dice apparently like me today. That's gonna be a dirty 20 on the dex, and a 21 on the strength. Wait, no, I can math. I looked at the wrong column or the wrong section.
No.
A 23 on the strength.
So, this giant dude, Gamorrean, who's head and shoulders above even you, by the way, he's massive, all right?
I mean, Olive's not
180
that massive. She's all lean muscle.
No, but you get what I'm saying. He's bulky muscle. He 180s and charges right at you. And thankfully, while you don't have the speed to get out of his way, surprisingly, he does this very quickly. You have enough, how should I put it, grit and enough of a good posture that while he does manage to push you all the way back to the elevator door, you manage to stop his charge just short of the elevator door. The two other Gamorrean guards draw their weapons and physically get in the doorway of the tower and physically block the doorway of the tower. As Azrin, it seems that your aggressive negotiation tactics have somewhat angered the resident of the tower, who, after being double-crossed a second time, is not in a good mood.
He started double-cross. That's how it goes. Double-crossers get double-crossed.
You guys double-crossed him first with the data pad. That was the very first double-cross, but yes.
Yeah, whatever. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
We did give him what he wanted. Just
You
not
broke
how-
what was his and then
No,
gave it to him.
This is what happens when you make monkey paw wishes. You get monkey paw result.
That's not monkey paw wishes. It's give me back my shit, and you fucking fucked with it and then gave it back to him.
Oh well, again, tomato, tomato, potato.
Oh yeah,
potato.
I'm just saying. That's his point of view. To each
So just
their
a-
own.
Just a quick clarification. Like
Yes.
the two other guards, they moved into the elevator, or they moved into like the doorways for the stairs, or what? I'm trying to picture it because if I stopped him from going back into the elevator,
Yes. So
and the two moved
there's
in behind
a
me.
room obviously in the ground floor of the tower, right? And then
Okay,
there's
so
a
he's
door to
blocking
the
us from
tower.
exits. They blocked
The
us
two
from
of them,
exiting.
the two of them blocked the exit. He pushed you all the way back in to the door of the elevator, but wasn't able to push you all the way into the elevator. Got me?
So Only's just going. I mean, she sent off the mental question to Orda. I'm gonna give him a chance to respond to that before she moves on to what she's doing next.
Of course.
And the question was basically, why are we putting a bomb on this? These don't work anyways.
Yeah, like the fuck are we doing?
Because I don't trust him. He's gonna double
And
cross.
do we really want this guy trying to hunt us down interstellarly?
I tell
Oh.
Orta I don't trust him. He's gonna double cross us, and we need the ship to get off this planet. So
Yes, if we give him...
We can get another ship.
We can't get another ship.
We
yeah,
can
and
get
I
another
don't
ship.
I don't want him having the ship.
We can pay someone to take us somewhere, or we can get another ship.
Plus, if you've changed the codes on the ship, only Mibble has the new codes and the data pad's useless. It's not like he can move the ship anywhere.
Exactly.
And we have time to get away with the ship, which will lead to the same result of getting hunted interstellarly.
But at least we had
Again-
time to plan.
But we have time
Again,
to plan and get away from
Again,
this.
I wasn't up there. I didn't hear any of this stuff. I'm just
That
like,
is true. That is very
Yeah.
true, though, as was down here.
I am operating without pertinent information.
That is
You do know
very
the
true.
code
I
hasn't
forgot. I
changed. You do
completely
know that.
forgot. You're correct on that one, though. As
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, what
Well,
do you guys decide to tell when you're
Conley's
talking
going to
about the bomb and
scoop up
stuff?
the damn pad and be like, take these fucking things off. This
Only
is
the
not...
the pad is outside. He chucked it back at them because he saw there were explosives on it.
Oh, they're outside. I
Let's-
thought they were inside with me.
No, he
No,
chucked it back at these guys.
Nope. I
She's
picked it
gonna
back
yell
up.
over the guards, like, will you take those damn things off and just give me the goddamn pad? I will take it up there myself.
You trust that stupid piece of shit?
I
think
don't
that
want to
this is-
die here today, so yes. I will take those back up there. I have already negotiated with him to give us time to get our shit off the ship and deal with the infestation. Take the
I
damn
look at
collars
what-
off.
I look at Orta. What's really going on?
We basic telepathically, obviously. We get time to figure things out without having him jump us right now, where we don't have a plan or any control over the situation. Basically, we give him the pad now. We take time to plan. And
If we
We
give him
figure
the
it.
plan, we're getting off this rock right now. If he gets the pad, he can't use it. If we give him the pad, I'm grabbing my package at the cantina. I'm seeing if the caretaker wants to go, and if he does, boom, and we're bouncing. Ship off planet. I'm getting
And
out
we
of here.
have-
We're heading into safe space.
And this will give us the time to do so if we just give him the pad now.
And it's like, you trust that he's not going to try and betray us again.
Hard to say now considering this situation, but this is a better way to go about it for the time being, I think, is the thought here.
You see,
Take
like,
them off, kick me the data pad, I will take it up myself.
Let's
Alright.
just take off the bombs and we get extra time to get ourselves situated.
This is you guys telling this to Kodav in character right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Sort of
on
relaying
is-
our deal
Yeah,
and everything.
I'm
and
talking
Ollie
to him
speaking out loud
telepathically.
this whole thing about taking the bombs off, she'll take it upstairs.
None of the stuff that
About
obviously
leaving the
would say
planet,
aloud.
that was probably internal.
Alright, I take the collar, I disarm the collars, I take them off. I go, I will blow you to shit if you double cross us again, you filthy fucking hut. Do you get me?
Take the data pad back in here so I can take it upstairs. I would like to leave.
I chuck it at Only.
Can I try and catch this data pad before it actually smacks into something and breaks?
I'm hoping it breaks. I'm not throwing it to break it, but I'm throwing it in her direction. It's up to her if she catches it.
Could I use force push pull to sort of keep it from breaking? To sort of
Oh,
let it.
Yeah. That's not a problem. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. That's a small object. It's easy. No problem.
It gets to her.
So I will turn around and we'll look at the big guy and go, can I take this up? I would like to apologize in person.
Whatever rolls his eyes.
The Gamorrean kind of like squeals into the mic for a sec, and then just lets go of your shoulder, backs up a few steps, and gestures to the elevator. You're free to do as you wish.
She goes in the elevator, she's going back up.
Yep.
When they open back up to the hut, she's gonna walk back in and goes, well, I wasn't intending on seeing you this soon, but I wasn't intending for my friends to be dumbasses.
He laughs a little bit in Huttese, and then he looks at you and he says, as is often the case with followers.
I don't renege on deals. And she hands him the data pad.
Neither do I.
Yeah, you do, you piece of shit.
Considering my retrieval of the codes, and if the retrieval of my ship goes smoothly, consider yourselves free to go with no other negative consequences.
I have no intentions of taking things that don't belong to me. Like I said, I don't go back on deals.
Then consider yourselves free.
Again, we need to get our shit and deal with the issue on the ship, but
Understand.
once that's dealt with, we will clear out.
I will give you 3 days.
Appreciate it.
He nods and just grabs another snack and crunches on it viciously. Clearly the exchange is over as far as he's concerned.
Yeah. She's gonna go back in that elevator, go back downstairs, and just start walking back towards the ship. Like, she's not even stopping when she gets to Kodath and Orba, just gonna keep going.
I'm heading to Marketplace and I'm grabbing a body bag from
Okay. Yeah, you probably would have had some on the ship too. They're fairly common items. I'm not even going to bug you about that. Yep, no issue.
Okay, cool. Then I would have taken them with me.
Okay.
I'm going to the cantina to get the body, and I'm I'm telling the I look at the the guy. I'm like, I came to pick up my package.
He looks at you and he's kind of like, now in front of all the customers when they're celebrating.
I take out. I show him the body bag.
Yes, but you're gonna bring a body bag out of my freezer.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out the back.
Celebration.
I'm gonna go out the back door.
Just make sure nobody sees you.
You got it. If
Thank you, Jedi friend. You can see he's a little tense.
I know. If you want that ride, you gotta let me know.
You mean off planet?
Yeah.
Well, where are you headed next?
Typhon. I can arrange to drop you off anywhere along that.
That hyperspace lane.
Supposedly we have 3 days, but I'm not staying here longer than I need to. As soon as we're done, we're punching.
He nods. Well, let me know when you're ready to go. Honestly, I've had enough of this place. I'll collect all my things, and after I've grabbed the profits from tonight, we'll head out. I'll be ready to head out.
Does he have a data vet? Does he have a comm link?
Yep, he gives you the number if you ask him for it.
Yeah, ask him for his comm link connection.
Very good. Mibble, Orta, what are you guys doing right now?
Well, if I see Kodev leaving the cantina, I'm gonna join him because I'm still jumping up on the buildings trying to stay away from the crowds.
I
Okay.
probably stuck with Only realistically.
Okay.
At least that
And
makes sense to me.
Only, where are you going?
Back to the ship.
Okay.
When she gets to the ship, she is literally going in her room, collecting all of her shit, and she's looking at Orta, and she goes, I meant what I said. I do not go back on deals. I don't know what you guys plan to do, but I'm not taking off on this ship. I'm not being hunted across interstellar space by a Hutt. It's been bad enough to deal with on this goddamn planet. I can only imagine how much worse it could be elsewhere.
Understandable.
So I'm going to collect my shit, and I will go to the cantina. You guys can collect me when you decide what you... Let me know what you want to do, and if I have to arrange another ship, I'm going to be trying to arrange passage on another ship.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind. Nixie's really attached. Nixie's really attached to the ship, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Look,
And
the
Mibble
codes are...
will not give that ship to him.
He can't... Those codes will not work on the ship, and that is not our fault. I mean, he might blame it for us. We might still get hunted anyway, but I'm not leaving on this ship. The least we can do is make sure the ship doesn't fly.
Right.
But then again, it's going to be the same situation we are when supposedly we scrambled his... I don't know that we scrambled the codes to this thing when we get back to him, or if that just happened in the process. But...
Welcome, Raiders.
He blamed us for the codes getting scrambled, so... I guess we have 3 days to figure it out.
Right.
But I'll be in the cantina.
Fair. Well, get this figured out. I'd prefer not to have to deal with it either. It doesn't feel quite like the right situation for us to be in.
And when you say that, you just hear Nixie from inside the engine room saying, "Sad. This place was warm. It was comfy. But our family is more important. We will find another."
I guess I'll, oh, the only other thing I should say to Ortiz, because look, I know it's inconvenient, but I make a living fighting in the ring. If I go back on deals, I lose all of that.
Your credibility goes down, and that's not something that's worth a ship.
No. We can hitch a ride. We can get out of here. I know this ship seemed important to the rest of you. I don't know why, but I'm going to go let Kata know that we have to clear out.
Right. It seems like something we'll have to discuss with with everybody.
At least let I know what's
At the end
going
of the
on,
day.
that we have 3 days.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this is just a material thing. A ship can be replaced. You're alright.
Yes, and we cannot replace our family. We cannot replace. And then you hear like a small hesitation, and she says, "Even our emergency rations, we cannot replace them."
Oh.
We do not want to eat them anymore.
Some
Just like
progress.
But yes.
So yeah, Anli will proceed to knock on Kata's door, unfortunately for the second time today. Oh no, it's the first time today. That was yesterday. She doesn't matter.
She
Yeah.
opens the door, and you can see she's already packed her bags.
See, you overheard.
She shakes her head. No, premonition.
Cool.
Actual premonition? No kidding.
I don't know what everyone else is going to decide. We have 3 days, but I am not leaving on the ship. You do what you want.
She nods and she says, "No, it's time to go. This is..." And she kind of hesitates a little bit and then cocks her head. Her eyes kind of go blank for a second. She says, "Yeah, it's as things should be right now." And she kind of walks out and she says, "If you're looking for me, daughter, I'll be at the cantina."
And every time she says the word daughter, there's probably a little lip curl from Anli. Just every time. It gets under her skin.
Yep.
In a way only parents can.
Oh, yep. I know.
Yeah, Anli's
Imagine
gonna
having
head
a
to-
know-it-all Jedi as a parent. It's like, nope. Mm-mm.
to
Son,
time
did you
for-
study today? Yeah. Mm-mm. No, you didn't. But yes, sorry. Moving on. I got sidetracked there. But yeah, so she heads off to the cantina. Your lip curls. What next?
Set off to canteen as well, because that's where she has to go try and find a ride off this goddamn rock.
Okay. Kodav, what about you? Especially since you're at the cantina getting the body bag filled up and everything, and you probably see at this point the whole squad showing up, minus maybe Mibble. Mibble, what are you doing actually?
Well, if I see them going in, I'm
Grabbing
guessing I'm
their
gonna have
stuff
to
and
go
stuff.
in. But I am going to avoid the crowd as much as possible.
Yeah, there's no issue. You make it back to the ship hopping from building to building. I mean, it's you and you've got a rocket pack, so I'm not worried about you getting there. It's more like you get to the ship and you see that the others are starting to like pack their stuff up. You see them, even
Okay,
Nixie
what's going
head
on?
off.
What's going on?
We lost the bet. The ship is not ours.
Well, technically, it wasn't his either.
We still lost the bet to give him the codes and give him the ship.
Yet those codes don't work.
We still have to give him the ship. That was part of the bet. He gets the ship.
Fine, he'll get the ship, but he won't be able to use it.
You do what you
Basically.
must, but just know that it's probably going to result with him hunting us everywhere. So as long as you're fine with the bounty hunter after you, 24/7, do what you want.
First of all, how else are we supposed to get off the planet?
I'm pretty sure we can buy a ride on someone else leaving the planet. Merchants come and go all the time. There's plenty of CD backwire things that you probably hitch a ride on as well, because Daha had to get here somewhere, which means that there is some sort of smuggler at the very least.
I will say this to the computer of the ship. There's a hut that's going to be coming here to claim you. He does not have the right codes. He is not to leave the planet with this ship. Under any circumstances, do whatever it takes. I tell that to the AI of the ship, since my codes are the ones working.
Acknowledged.
We gotta figure out how to get off this planet as soon as possible.
Okay,
Mibble goes and gets his things.
very good. So at this point, are you all heading to the cantina, or...
Well, Kodev is still collecting his.
You're
package.
collecting the body at the cantina, yeah, for sure. I'm assuming, Only, you said you were going back there for a drink after?
You drink
If
and
I-
try and start doing what she needs to find a place to sleep and a place to start networking to find a ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mibble will go with Only to see about getting a ride somewhere, or at least another ship to get us out of here.
how about you, Orta? Are you going with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
To
So-
be clear, Only
uh,
also waited outside the ship because she wanted no knowledge of what Mibble was going to do with the ship.
Got it. Okay.
As we're sort of leaving the ship,
So who's telling Kodev?
Kodev's aware.
I'm not aware of all this situation. I'm at the canteen.
No, he's
I know, no. He's aware
he-
that we no longer have the ship. We lost the bet. That's what Only means.
Oh, yes,
But
maybe.
she is leaving that up to interpretation by others. But
Okay.
her
Anyway,
statement is he's aware.
he's grabbing the body. You guys go back to the cantina to have a drink. As you guys get there, 1 second. I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation. Zuri, right? Did I do it right this time?
Ziva.
Done.
Zuri was my last character. This is Ziva.
you did butcher the
God fucking damn
pronunciation.
it!
You are going Zizi next.
Wow, we
You are
bringing
calling
her
Zizi
back.
next?
Wow.
Yeah,
Alright,
we could
go
use a
around.
little bit of light side right now, but yes, I get what you're saying. No, sorry, Ziva. I'll get there.
This
Ziva.
is Awkward.
Awkward.
Yep.
All right. A little bit of Ziva, please. I'd like a little bit of Ziva here. Ziva, you see the people that were formerly at the top of the tower with the viewing platform with you in the hut come back, and their looks on their face are understandably probably at this point a mix of pissed off and sour-faced. You can see that they're all carrying their belongings too. It's not hard for you who were present there when you heard them talk about the betting and everything to see that they lost their bet to the hut. But yeah, you can see them walking in here looking a little bummed out, put it that way.
Do we see Kodev there still?
He's in the back room grabbing a body and
Yeah, so
dragging
Unless
the body
you're
bag
gonna
out.
go to the back, you wouldn't know I'm there.
Yeah. But that being said, yeah, you guys kind of walk in, and of course, you know, Mibble, since you're with them, everybody instantly wants to buy you a drink again because it's still the night of the race, which
No,
kind of gathers everybody's
leave me
attention
alone,
to
leave
you.
me alone! Leave me alone! I go
And it's
hiding.
kind of hard for people to actually leave you alone though, because as soon as a few people walk away, other people come up and again want to offer you a drink.
I kind of look at the bartender. Any place I can hide from these people?
He points to the back room.
Goes to the back room.
And while you go to the back room and probably bump at this point into Kodav, at the front, on Lee, what do you do at this point?
We're going to start with a nice drink.
Okay. There's a lot of people crowding the bar. There are a few seats that are available at some of the booths and table, but they mostly look like busy other than those few spots. One of them, however, you do notice is at the table where that person that was up top with you and the hut earlier is seated. As I
She's
believe
gonna
you were in a booth, right, Ziva?
Like a corner booth, yeah.
Yeah, corner booth. Yeah. So you do notice though one of the corner booths is occupied by that person anyway that was talking about information with the hut earlier.
She does take note of that. And
Okay.
we're going to circle back to that fact in a second.
Yep.
Because Only is so irritated
Yes.
and just wants a drink,
Yes.
is there any way where she can just kind of let it, like, general vibe to just kind of... She doesn't want to, like, outly, like, be like, hey, let me through, I need a drink type of situation, but can her just, like, general presence intimidate people into moving the fuck out of her way?
Roll me and intimidate. Let's see.
Dirty 20?
Yeah. No. You silently move through the crowd, and I guess since a lot of them are in a party-going mood, the fact that you're pissed off, contrasts so sharply with everybody else's move that they're kind of like, oh no, somebody's gonna die. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
And they
She-
quickly get out of your way and give you access to the bar.
Yeah. So she will grab that stiff drink, which probably brings her temper down quite a bit because now she has the drink to help take the edge off. And she's going to circle back to where she, and it's going to take me a while because names are not my strong suit, but where she saw the other person that was up there in the tower kind of head towards that booth and be like, pretty packed in here, can I join you?
Might as well. I see, well, I noticed that look on your face. Wadu fucked you over, huh?
Yeah. The only shitty part about it is if they had people hadn't placed the bet in the first place.
That's why
He was
you
trying to
don't-
fuck us over in the first place, and then they placed the bet to make it worse.
That's why you don't bet what you can't afford to lose. Sorry.
Oh. Again, we'll find another way off this rock, but it's just a ship. The others are gonna be more broken up about it than I am.
You bet your ship.
They bet our ship that he was claiming was his in the first place.
Oof. You know what? Next
They were
trick's
trying
on
to
me.
resist. Thanks.
Mhm.
To be fair, we just acquired the ship ourselves, so it wasn't like there was attachment.
Ah.
The previous one might have been blown up. So, it was a bit of a ownership dispute. We don't want to get in the middle of it. I see that yours went a little better than ours.
Yeah, though to be honest, I could have afforded my information, but nice to know I could have gotten it for free, so either way, I guess it wasn't too high risk compared to yours.
Fair. To be fair, my companions who made the bet, they were trying to resolve the dispute amicably.
So you don't owe him anything, you don't have had frequent dealings with him, it was just kind of a unfortunate passing.
Yeah. Honestly, this is our first dealing. I wish we wasn't, but here we are.
Ah, well, count yourself lucky. I've dealt with the slimy bastard a few times.
Glad to know it wasn't just us that gets rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah, well, thankfully he hasn't fucked me over yet, but that doesn't mean I trust him. But he's good for the information that he provides, so I tolerate him.
That's fair.
Where you guys headed anyway?
Oh, I'm just the muscle. I don't actually know where we're going or plan any of that.
Well, not to get personal, but I'm always looking for a way to make a little extra coin, so if you need passage somewhere, if it's in the direction I'm heading, I don't mind bumming you a ride for a fee.
Honestly, I think off this rock is our direction. So,
That's
you
fair.
let us know our food, we will scrounge up the money.
That's
Although
fair.
I think one of my other companions bet way too much on that race. Oh no, I think they actually won. So we probably came into some funds out of all this.
Oh,
Assuming they go collect it.
Your friend was the winner?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
I bet on them for the information. Glad I bet right.
Mibble sneezes in the back room.
Okay.
They
who's
are an
talking about me?
exceptional pilot, so I've seen them fly many different things in very precarious situations, so it doesn't surprise me they won. They were
Well.
supposed to be our racer this time around, but you know, Porter decided to fuck around.
Boadu.
Whatever. She intentionally says his name wrong.
The
It's not accidental. It's not accidental.
Bordeaux.
It's not accidental.
Bordeaux,
Well.
he's now a wine. Got it.
Yeah. He,
Well,
he whines a lot, yeah.
Oh, sorry, keep going, guys. No. Sorry, let them go. Yep, go ahead.
Personally, I don't mind the planet too much. It's somewhat
I think we-
similar to where I'm from, but it is hotter.
Very different from where I'm from, but I think we've just had too much of it at one go. we've been here much longer than intended, and I think everyone's just over it.
That's fair.
How much
Well,
will this ride cost us?
Depends where you need to go.
Not here.
The further the flight, probably the larger the price, but I'm not too terribly expensive if that's what you're worried about. Just depends on the destination.
Well, I think the others will be happy to know at least we have an option.
Well, my ship is spacious enough. How big's your crew?
5. 4. 5. We acquired a new one recently. 5.
6 if you're counting Nixon.
Oh, wait, no, then we have the bug. 6.
Oh, yeah, plenty of room
Maybe
then.
7. Maybe 7.
Depends on how many pen pals we have now.
Well, I do have enough room. Plenty, actually. But again, it's up to you guys. Unless you want to find something better.
Do you have a way we can get a hold of you if we choose to accept?
Yeah,
You have a comm link. You are
I
more a
do.
modern person.
yes. I do have my own special comm link for only, well, I want to say certain people. I wouldn't say friends, but, you know, acquaintances that are way
Associates?
to get a hold of me, basically. That's not going to fuck with other lines, so I can give that to you.
Seems reasonable. No one in the right man gives out their personal comm link.
No. Plus, that's how you get tracked.
That's fair.
Okay.
Well,
What
I'm
you guys
here.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm
No,
here
there was a
for...
pause. I thought you guys were done. My bad.
Yeah, no. It's like, well, I'm here for probably another day, maybe 2 max as I get supplies. So, depending on how much of a hurry you get off, I'm pretty much good whenever. But your max is probably 2 days.
Yeah. That's well within the range that we need to leave. Name's on
Sounds
leave, by the way.
Ziva, nice to meet you. And she'll clink her drink up against yours because she's just like, yeah, it's that kind of day.
Yeah. And Annalise is going to take a giant drink off of it. Well, I think 2 days will give us enough time to convince the last companion that we are leaving the ship behind. I think he's honestly going to be the worst of us all.
Well,
But I'm leaving that to the others. Not my problem.
good luck. I mean, you said you didn't have the ship that long, but sometimes a pretty ship adds to that attachment.
Pretty ship, and honestly, I think Vlad got into his skin a little more than the rest of us.
Yeah, he sometimes does that. You just have to ignore it. I know it's hard to do, but I've had years of practice of ignoring assholery.
You know, for being part of the Jedi Order, he doesn't control the emotions as much as you think they would.
She kind of like spits her drink a little bit. She's like, I'm sorry, a Jedi?
No, he's very specific that he's not.
Like he hasn't graduated?
I don't ask the specifics. I'm hired muscle.
I don't know anything about Jedi other than laser swords and moving shit with their mind.
Honestly, I barely see them use the laser swords. Well, one of them does, and rarely see them use shit with their mind, so maybe not. Maybe they just, everyone assumes that.
Okay, well,
Maybe they were just dropping stuff off there and I got confused. Who knows?
maybe.
I haven't known these people for very long, a week maybe max, so maybe 2. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Like 3 minutes.
Meanwhile, Kodav sneezing in the back room.
God,
Damn it, he was talking shit.
Kodav is in his own world right now. He is excised of any of this information. He's doing his thing. He's getting ready to fucking bounce over to the ship.
That's fine. Sorry, you were saying, Zoro. Guys, sorry, one sec. Were you done? Sorry, I thought.
No.
Are we still going? Oh, my bad. Sorry, keep going.
No, I was just gonna crack more jokes, but it's fine. We'll move on.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it on the scene. That being just because we're running out of time for the session for today. Mibble, you walk in, you see a child there who's looking at Kodav pulling out a body bag from the fridge.
Question. Now, she said she was going to the back room. I'm specifically in the kitchen. Is that the same room?
Yes, it's the same room. There is only one back room. It's the kitchen with the freezer, the fridge, and everything. That's it. It's front room, back room, and then
I just
outside.
wanted to clarify that because I wanted to make nothing get confused.
No, there is no other back room. The kitchen is the back room. There is no other back room.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like Mibble, you see a kid who's looking up at
I recognize the kid because I already saw her before.
I'm not letting her see me take the body out the freezer.
No, she's outside the freezer, so she sees you pull out the body bag, right? I'm assuming. Like not the body, just the bag that's filled with whatever, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like not the actual headless dead body. Yeah, sure. Here, kid, I saved you from, whatever horrible fate awaited you. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna drag a headless body that's gonna remind you of your mother right in front of you.
Yeah.
Of course,
Like,
of course.
I've done everything in my power to de-traumatize this child.
So
I'm not gonna show her a headless body.
That being said, you still bring out a body bag out, and the kid's sitting there. She kind of looks up at you, right? And you've kind of been sort of taking care of her since her mom died, and she kind of looks at you, and
I rub her head.
She's got that super like sad look on her face. She's kind of lost. You can see that she's still under shock from the trauma of seeing her mom just literally get crushed in front of her, pancaked a la Rebecca, and it was for you, Hobo. And she's like looking up at you, and you can tell this is from the trauma. Okay, this is like trauma speaking, but like she looks at you and she goes, "Mister, are you gonna be my new daddy?"
Okay. I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna kneel down so we're eye to eye.
You see this happening.
I'm gonna kneel down so we're eye to eye. It's like, look, I like you, kid.
When you say "I like you," she runs up into your arms and gives you a hug.
Oh my god, this hurts so bad. It's like, I'm gonna take you someplace. It's a school, and they're gonna take really good care of you. I'll help you get started. My aunt teaches there, so she's a little tough, but she means well. Once we get off this rock, I'll make sure you're taken care of. And I will check on you whenever I have the opportunity to make sure you're still doing good. If it helps you to call me daddy, I'm fine. I will be your guardian and I will take care of you to the best of my ability. But I do not want you to forget your mom. She loved you, and what happened to her is a horrible thing that we couldn't fix.
She kind of hugs you and she says, "I'll miss mommy. Thank you."
I'm sure you will. I have this, this package. I gotta get to a ship. I gotta get off the
She kind of jumps a little bit and startled, and she turns around. "Oh, buddy!" She runs up to you, Mibble, and she gives you a hug.
Yeah.
Don't freak
Good
her out,
kid.
Mibble, please. Don't freak her out. I know you have issues.
Kodev, I'm gonna need to speak to you for a second.
Daddy, I didn't know you had a bunny. It's a big one too. It's almost as tall as me. Actually, it's taller than me a little bit.
I
Right.
twitch.
All right, Mibble. Please, Mibble. She's been through a lot.
But I do need to speak to you.
All right, what's going on?
Well, we don't need the hut on our tail, so we're kind of abandoning the ship.
No, fuck that hut. He's not getting that ship. We jumped off this planet.
I spoke to the AI. Told it to make sure he does not leave the planet with the ship under any circumstances. Do whatever.
Can he
possible.
hack that thing? I mean, you're proficient in computers and stuff. I mean, what if he has a U and he can make that thing work?
Mibble, you know that when it comes to hacking, there's very few AUs in the whole of the Republic.
They would have to be very good. But yeah, so
And even you, considering this is an adapting AI, it would probably take you a few months to be able to crack that thing, because it would probably adapt and try to consistently change its code if you tried to fuck with it.
mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so that AI is very like sophisticated or whatever. But I told it, make sure that hut does not leave the planet with this ship.
Yeah, and when he goes to the ship in 3 days and he can't use it, what are we gonna do? This rock that we can get in 3 days?
Hey, we gave him the ship. If he can't use it,
Mibble,
so what?
he kidnapped you and stole our pod racer and erased our registry and added his to win the bet. What the hell thinks he's gonna keep his word? He's a fucking hut. I'm sorry, little one. I didn't mean to curse in front of you. I'm just
Why are you saying
having
bad
a bad
words,
day.
Daddy? You're scaring me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day. There's a really bad man who did some bad things to me and my friends, and I'm
And
just a
also
little bit
responsible for you know what.
Doo-doo head.
yeah, he is a doo-doo head.
Well, you want to talk to Lee and Arta on it? 'Cause they're right now in the bar.
Well, I doubt very seriously I'm Anli's favorite person, and I doubt very seriously he's going to want to talk to me, considering you already have unresolved issues from a previous encounter. What is Ort? I mean, technically, Ort is the captain. I mean, I'm only here because I was told to fucking come here and deal with helping you guys because you lost your medic.
When you say all that, the kid kind of cuts you off because kids and cues and social cues and understandings, when to chime in or not chime in is not the most, developed skill yet. But when you're saying all that stuff, she kind of walks up to you and she gives you another big hug, and she says, "Daddy, don't fight with your friends.
I'm not.
That's not nice. Just because of a doo-doo head, you shouldn't fight with your friends, Daddy. That's not nice."
Oh, I kneel down and I give her a reciprocal hug. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down. I'm really upset. I'm not.
She just pats you on the head when you get down. Like the childish pat on top of the head, and she goes, "There, Daddy. It's okay."
I love this kid already. Jesus Christ! I knew you were gonna do something horrible to her. Jesus.
So, everybody already has all their stuff with them. So
she's still sniffling about her mom and stuff, but she's still finding that courage to pat you on the head.
Abandon the ship.
Like I said, if you want to talk to Arta,
I still have stuff. Can you ask Orta to come in here, please? Because
fine. I sort of peek out of the back room and try to signal Orta.
I imagine I see it and head that way.
I mean, yes, and you're within 30 feet, so she could just probably mentally tell you to come over, really.
Blink. Yeah.
The Wi-Fi signal is strong enough. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, what's going on?
I imagine the
Yes,
middle.
you head out. You
the
see the
rundown.
kid. You see the kid patting Kodav on the head, who looked a little bit upset.
Yeah.
You see the dead, the body bag behind Kodav in the middle of the room, and Mibble, ushers you into the room as you said. So yes, what happens then?
Well, as I imagine Mibble has given you some sort of rundown, we are going to let the hut have a ship for the sake of our...
Seriously, we're gonna let the hut have the ship. And this is all mental, so the kid can't hear me.
Yeah. How to put this?
How to put this? You think in 3 days, because we have 3 days to get a ride, because that was the timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once he can't use the ship, what makes you think he's not going to try and kill us again like he's tried ever since we met him on this stupid rock? You trust he's not going to back down and do his shenanigans and try and wreck us all over again.
Orta, I don't think
now-
you were aware that Mibble had messed up the ship, right?
No, I had no clue that that was a
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
to
so
this
yeah,
point.
you say that to him. Yeah, Orta, go ahead.
What do you mean he can't use the ship?
Mibble did something to it where he can't use it. He basically told the ship that there's a hut and he can't use the ship under any circumstances. And Mibble assures me that, you know, it would take someone as least as good as him to crack the AI, but you know, the second his data pad chip that we gave him didn't work, he started sending assassins. Do you want to deal with that nonsense all over again? Do we have a ride off this rock? I do not want to stay here past today if we can. Because I will go scorched earth on the underworld of this planet.
Orta having a my brother in Christ moment.
Yeah, I am all,
You
My
cut out.
brother in the Force.
I said I'm on the red line. That's like if I was a no, like I'm pinging right now hard. Like it's obvious.
Yeah, by the way, about that, only did you want to relay to Orta mentally that you had gotten a ride at any point during the evening?
Probably once they've cleaned glasses and kind of done the quote unquote handshake agreement to get a
Mhm.
ride, she'll probably shoot Orta a little mental note going, I think I have us a ride.
So Orta, you're in the
Yeah.
middle of hearing this whole like I'm tired of the planet rant again, scorched earth and all that stuff. When you get another ping in your head with Only telling you she found a ride off the planet, just as Kodav is saying he wants to get off the planet tonight if possible.
Well, it seems Only has already arranged a ride. However,
Or all of us. I mean, we have Nixie, even though she's smaller. Are they okay?
And a child.
And you know, a child.
And then you also offered that ride to the bartender.
And I tell him I offered a ride off this rock to the barkeep. So I mean, is the ship, whatever ride she has, big enough to accommodate all of us plus 3 extras?
I don't know
And then-
that.
And then there's also
I just
Ollie's
learned that
mother.
you have taken a child into your care. I just learned that you've decided to bring the gentleman who runs this establishment along. I imagine that they knew about Nixie, so that one's isn't shared.
Well, he was on the ship previously when I tended to his wounds, so he knows Nixie's a Nixie.
I'm not talking
And-
about that. I'm talking about the person that has been arranged to ride with.
Yeah.
You were asking about that. I'm providing an answer to that. That aside, you mean to tell me that we are going to give a sabotaged ship to a hut? Why do we want... I understand.
He blew up our
How
ship.
reprehensible this he is.
Kidnapped our engineer, and he's caused us undue grief. He's gonna try and kill us regardless. Do you really
So why
want?
are we taunting
Do you really want that hut, that ship?
I don't, but I also don't think that revenge is going to lead to anything good.
It's not revenge. He
Is it
should not have that
You
ship.
just said it's
If it was-
because you just said it is because that he destroyed our ship, attacked
Yeah,
us, and all of this.
If I wanted
That is
revenge, I'd have
revenge.
blew the ship up so no one has it.
You-
It's like if he gets a hold of that ship, this sector is gonna be screwed. We don't even know the full capacity of that ship.
We don't. That is true.
Yeah, and what's going to
I don't
happen when
want-
we turn in our report, when we get back to the council and say, oh, by the way, we left an unsupervised hut with a You know,
Possible
who
ship,
knows how many millennia old AI, you know, from a functioning Sith Lord war vessel. Do you want to make that report to my aunt? Because I sure as hell don't.
There is no good in this situation. I acknowledge that. I don't like him having the ship either, but I also don't think the reasoning. Ord is just very clearly overwhelmed and kind of out of his depth because he's also a trainee. Still, he's still
we either
barely
take
became a
the ship
Jedi.
back to Tython, or we leave it in a disabled state so he can't use it. Let our supervisors know so they can figure out what they want to do with the ship, and then get off this rock. If we have a ride, we need to get out of here before he figures out that he can't use that ship.
And the sooner the better.
Ugh.
So,
None of this is good from any side.
well,
Not
you
what
know,
has been done to the ship, not what situation we're in.
yeah, well, you know, as my little friend here says, huts are doo-doo heads.
Yeah.
She can't hear this. This is an online.
Oh.
He may have said that out loud specifically. But
Yeah, I might have unconsciously. I don't know.
But
I'll let that be DM discretion.
But that being said, at this point, right, just because the session has dragged on 15 minutes longer than I wanted it to at this point, you guys would probably at this point meet back in the canteen, and I'm assuming everybody's on board with hopping onto the new ship, correct? On Ziva's new ship?
If it's a guaranteed ride, I'm cool with it as long as
It's a guaranteed ride off this rock. You guys can discuss
We'll need to discuss details next
the
time.
direction on where you're going once you're safely in orbit, but at least it's a way to get off this rock before the hut cracks down on you guys.
I gotta get my stuff off the ship because I still have stuff on the ship.
So yeah, that's not a problem. So you guys would probably use the rest of the day to grab any forgotten items, any leftover stuff out of the med bay, whatnot. Move everything.
I let the barkeep know circumstances beyond my control. Our
Different
ship
ship.
is no longer available. We have a ride on a different ship. If you still want to take a ride off this rock, I'll pay for your passage.
He says, well, after all the help I've given you, I don't think the hut would take kindly to me sticking around. So yeah, I think I want out.
All right. I think we have a day, 2 tops. So as soon as we have the information, we're jumping off this rock. We're done.
8 people total.
And so what we're gonna do at this point
8
is you guys do.
people? Who? You know, we'll talk about it next.
After.
We'll talk about it next year.
We can laugh after. But
Who
yes,
have you guys
so-
accumulated? Like what?
Well, give me a minute. We'll get to that. I just want to close this. Please let me
Thanks.
complete.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so at this point, you guys grab your horde of people. When Nixie shows up, by the way, there's 4 more Jawas in tow.
Oh no!
You guys all show up at the spaceport. You have about like 12 or 14 people showing up, by the way, not 6, 12. And they all show up there. I don't know if you let them on the ship or not, but you guys do meet up. Provided you let them on the ship, you guys do take the ship, head to orbit, and before you guys go anywhere from orbit, that's where we're gonna have to end it. Yes, Ortos, anything you wanted to add?
I would say to Nixie, well, we would say to ourselves, I don't think we're going to be able to bring along new members of the Hive. We won't be able to bring along new members of the Hive.
We do not leave the snack behind. We do not leave ourselves behind.
To be fair, Ziva would probably want to have a meeting first before letting any.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do at this point then is we'll end the scene with everybody showing up at the spaceport. How's that? Before hopping on the ship.
And
And I think
in
that's
my
gonna be
defense,
the
in my defense, I did tell Orta to make sure the captain is cool with the extra people we're gonna wind up bringing.
We will talk about all that again when it's next session, because unfortunately we are 15 minutes over, and I know some people want to go to bed, so I'm trying. I could keep going for another hour, but I know everybody else wants to sleep. So on this point, for now anyway, just everybody will show up at the spaceport as a group if that's okay with you guys, and you guys can have that discussion when they show up at the spaceport. Or you guys can inform her before then when you do by calling her on the comm link that she
We'll
gave
have a
on.
bar
You guys
talk.
can do it. Yeah, you guys can do it whichever way you want to do it when we do that next session. But unfortunately for today, we're gonna have to end on that little cliffhanger of, you know, you guys exit the cantina and head towards the ship, grab your stuff, and then phone or meet up or do whatever you guys choose to do as of the beginning of next session. That was a chaotic session. That was very chaotic even by my standards. But if you guys enjoyed the show and you want to see more of us, we do run this show every 2 weeks. Exceptionally, we will be doing a follow-up episode next week. And this is not the only show we run. We have Destiny Forged on Mondays, run by Rojin. We have, of course, Tales of the Outer Rim on Tuesdays. Thursdays is an alternating show between the Mass Effect show that Zoro here runs and another show run by Rojin, which is our, well, used to be our pirate show called Tricorn Isles. I'll get there, sorry. Tricorn Isles, which is now our Chaos Gremlin story, and I absolutely love it. It's very fun. And then on Saturdays, we have alternating shows as well. We have The Downfall of Propriety, and I believe I always confuse the two, Weewa and Wawa. It's Withered Waste, right?
Yep, where the way.
Yes.
That's running now. Yeah, Weewa. Okay, yes, I always confuse the two. My brain just can't wrap around it for some reason. And then in the evenings, we have V6, which is our superhero campaign, and we have on the alternating ones our new Daggerheart campaign, which is a heck of a lot of fun too, called the City of Redemption. So that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a great evening, and I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.